What up, my fellow Gotham Guardians and Arkham adversaries? It is your boy Trey of the Bat Channel, and we are live, hiding somewhere in a bunker because it is Kaiju All Out Destroy All Monsters. Welcome to Monarch Monstars, guys. I am so excited for you guys to be here to talk about a film that is a guilty pleasure. It really is. Godzilla 1998. I will never forget the first time I saw the trailer. Let's see. I would have been almost 4. In fact, I probably saw it for a birthday in theaters when I was 4 years old. And what's up, BenZILLA? That I dig the name. BenZILLA here. So excited. It's good to have you here, BenZILLA Studios. Hope you're well, my man. Welcome to any of the new people. I'm seeing some new faces here, which is awesome. As always, I have to bring out the best co-host I could ever ask for, Mr. Super Bro.
Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön.
Are you doing that simply because of Matthew Broderick?
Oh, we're watching Ferris Bueller tonight, right? No?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Except for he's not in Chicago this round, Corey. This is the sequel you never knew.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't sure if I was going to open up with that or, I wonder if anybody knew when I dropped in the Bat Channel that in the chat earlier, if they knew that was me. Because, hey, man, this is... being, as you all know, I'm a huge Godzilla fan, probably a bigger Godzilla fan than Trey. I've seen all the movies. Actually, no, I can't say it. Trey is the Godzilla fan in the family. And, Godzilla 98 and a few of the new Godzilla movies might be the only Godzilla movies that I've actually seen. So, and guess what, people? I actually love Godzilla 98. So, I'm ready for today, man. I'm so
excited. When I literally saw on an Instagram post that Godzilla was celebrating 1998 was celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, and I was like, "Good God, has it been that long?" And I was like, "We have to do a watch party." I know this is a very controversial film for Godzilla fans. I feel like you have a group that really loves it, and you have a group that just absolutely hates it. And for me, I think because I was 4 years old, it was one of my first introductions to seeing Godzilla in cinema, and I was a huge Jurassic Park fan. So when Patrick Tatopoulos, who designed this particular version of Godzilla, this very Rex, horizontal shaped, realistic version of this grounded Godzilla, I dug it. I thought it was cool. Now, as I became even bigger of a Godzilla fan over the years and watched all of them, from the Shower of the Heisei era, the Millennium era, now the Legendary era, and even the Shin Gojira, I can see why people were upset by this, because I think if you went in expecting to see this type of G-Man, you weren't going to get that. G-Man? This type of G-Man, But guys, it is so great to see everyone here. Corey, who's all in the chat? Before we bring on our guests, we do have a few people who are going to show up for our watch party. If you guys couldn't tell, we're kind of giving you guys time right now to get your movie set up, have it ready to go, because we're going to do 1, 2, 3 play, and we're going to be in it. It's not available on streaming anywhere.
Yeah, where can we watch it, Trey?
You can purchase it or rent it on Vudu, Amazon Prime, Apple TV. There is a free service that has it right now, I think called Tubi. But I think you have to watch it with ads. So if you want to do that, that's fine. You're just going to be a couple minutes back, when we're watching it, which if you're okay with that, then that's absolutely fine. I want you guys to be able to enjoy this film and to kind of get a feel for it, because I think, in my personal opinion, it's an underrated Godzilla film. And
I heard another good place in the private chat. Our guest, who will be bringing in a second, said YouTube movies too.
Oh, yes, you can do it on YouTube movies as well. They do have it available for rent.
But let's see who we have in the chat today. We have Bat Fanatic, go Godzilla. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse guy. Happy 25th birthday, Zilla. Red Outlaw says, "What up, gang?" Teladia Play says, "Yeah, boy." Oracle's Clock Tower says, "Hiya, everyone." Beyond the Night Hey, TDC. Trevor H is in the house.
What up, Trevor?
Flint the Dragon. What?
Flint the Dragon, is this your first time here, my man? It's good to see you. Hope all is well. I don't quite recall your.
I hope Zilla
YouTube
wins
name.
the movie monster series poll this year.
There's a movie monster series poll this year. Can you send that to us, Flint Dragon? That's awesome. I didn't realize there was a poll going on.
Nine Lives in Hell here says hello, peeps.
What's up, Nine
The
Lives?
Butler says good evening.
Hello,
Josh Herrera is in
Josh,
the house.
let me know if you want to.
I sent him a link.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. Oracle's Clock
It's always
Hour
good
says
seeing
go,
Josh.
go, Jira.
Ew, Nightwing, my man. Good to see you.
I think we got Beyond the Night and Benzilla Studios.
Benzilla, very cool to see you here, sir.
We got
Batman. What's up, brother? I was just on a show with Batman last night. We were discussing Hypnotic, the new Ben Affleck, Robert Rodriguez film. This particular film.
the poll is over, but the winner will be revealed tonight.
Ooh, Flint Dragon, is the poll on Twitter? If so, can you share it to me? It's at Corey. Can you pull up that slide actually? So if you want to follow us on social media, great segue, Flint Dragon. Thank you for that. If you want to follow us on social media, you can do it at Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok at _Bat channel. It's just a great way to send us these types of polls so we can help share it and get our viewers' thoughts on it, because we love hearing from you guys. But you can also just DM us. Let us know what's going on in your lives. We love to hear from you. We also love when you guys send us suggestions of like, hey, man, I saw this. Would you talk about this sometime? You know, we'll look into it. Maybe it's something that we think will be a cool topic to discuss on our channel. You know, it's just, we love hearing from you guys. This is part of what I love about the live streams, is hearing from people like Flint Dragon, who are talking about the Godzilla store website. Oh yeah, I did hear they were doing like there was something about like a TV network that they were going to do, like Godzilla TV toy store again live for people to watch. I don't know. We'll have to check that out when it goes. Toho's going to be doing some cool stuff, my man. I hope, because with they're calling this new film that's actually, I think it's supposed to come out this year, with I think it's called Godzilla Zero, is what people have been saying, from the last Godzilla celebration that Toho did. And I don't know, there's not too much information about it or set photo leaks that I have seen yet, but I'm excited. All we got was that G painted ink splot basically, and now here we are. And now you got the Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire. That is fire. Cannot wait for that for sure. Corey, let's just not waste any time. Let's bring out one of our people who's been waiting in the back right now. You've seen him on our channel before, a dear friend to ours. We've also appeared on his channel, so make sure you guys check out his channel, Mr. Taladia Plays. How you doing, brother?
Hey guys.
It's great to see you, man. What have you been up to? You sound like you went to a wedding today.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Nice. That's crazy. Just eventful. You got to tell whose wedding did you go to today?
Family.
Family. Okay.
Nice.
Sometime you got to call that family up and you got to say, hey, right after I got done with their wedding and partying and dancing and being a crazy party animal, I hopped on a watch party stream to watch Godzilla. That's
Bro, Taladia has been killing it today. He was watching some cartoons and cereal today. Went to the wedding, I'm assuming a blast at the wedding, and then now chilling watching some Godzilla.
You already know. That's awesome. Taladia, are you a big fan of Godzilla? I've never asked you this.
Of course. Why would I know? I mean, I'm a huge fan of the 1990s.
You liked the Showa era and the Heisei era. Okay. Out of curiosity, what was your opinion on this 1998 US version? You can be honest. I know it's not for everyone.
Hard to say. I'm
conflicted. You're conflicted. Okay. That's fair. Well, to give you guys a little history, like I said, we're giving you time to pull up your movie now to make sure everything's all set, so you guys have it there with us. We'll probably start it at 7:30. 7:30 our time. So in 12 minutes, we'll start it in 12 minutes. But to give you guys a bit of history about this 1998 Godzilla film, obviously Roland Emmerich was very popular because of what he did with the Independence Day film with, Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum. And Sony had recently purchased the rights in 1992, 1993 for Godzilla from Toho. And they had attempted to do something with Stan Winston and his crew. And if you haven't seen, there's actual design of what that Godzilla was going to look like. It was very classic, but with more of a crocodilian-like skin texture. But that quickly got dropped because they basically said it was going to be a $140 million production budget. The studio didn't want to pay that. They wanted to find someone who could do it cheaper. It ended up being the same anyways, because I think it ended up being another $140 million for this film. But they had faith in Roland Emmerich to do this film with Patrick Tatopoulos, who did the creature design for Godzilla. And they basically had this they had a meeting with Toho and they showed him the design. And the story goes is that Toho was speechless when they saw the design. They didn't know how to feel about it. And Roland Emmerich kind of pulled out the big cards and said, hey, if you don't agree to this design, I'm out. I'm not doing the movie. And Toho kind of said, well, he just did Independence Day. It was extremely successful. Let's just give him, it's a different take on our guy. Let's go ahead. Let him do it. So they got this sleeker, faster, more grounded a take on the G-Man. And whether you liked it or not, it's still you got to admit, they did the prosthetics, they did a suit, they did CGI. They even did the animatronics from like Jurassic Park. It's a really cool design. I think if a lot of people, what I've kind of said, if you almost went into this movie and you weren't like, oh, this is a Godzilla film, and you put in all the previous 30 movies that had come out before this one, I think you enjoy it. I think you like it a lot. But if you're a classic Godzilla fan, you love the Heisei era, the original 1954 film, you're probably going to be like, yeah, didn't quite do it for me. But I was a kid of the 90s. I grew up, I was born in 1994. Jurassic Park was my favorite film of all time. It makes complete sense that this movie Jurassic Park kind of influenced the design of this Godzilla. Were you going to say something, Taladia?
Yeah, time out. You were born in 1994?
Yes, sir.
That makes me older than you.
I'm a youngling.
Yeah, I'm 91.
90. Hey, my man. 91. What's up, Windu? Windu are, that's cool.
Yeah, I forgot to change the background, Trey, but got one going now.
You got the animated series.
The animated series.
Yeah, man. Did you ever did any of you watch the animated series?
I did with you.
I probably forced you. I'm going to end the poll right now for if you guys dug the Patrick Tatopoulos design. You said you haven't voted yet?
No, I was going to say I had actually watched the animated show in the 90s, because I remember this was loosely based off the movie.
It was supposed to be basically there was an idea for a trilogy after this movie, and while it was a box office success, so it brought in I think like $130 million domestically in the US, but it did really well internationally. It brought in like another $350 million, so it got its money back. But where it suffered was the critic reviews, the audience feedback was quite awful. It didn't have any test screenings, so they didn't have anything to go off to prepare for this movie. But personally, I think it's still, it has found love over time, just with anything, right? It's a different take. And even as Toho has kind of reinvented Godzilla with the Millennium era, with the Shin Gojira, which is a very different take of Godzilla. This one had very classic elements because it really pushed the, creature created from nuclear, testing, which is something that even Legendary didn't do. Legendary decided to say there was these Titans already around, and they harnessed their energy from nuclear and radiation, so that we woke them up with our nuclear testing. So that was kind of their way into it. But what's up, Cinematic Jurassic? It's good to see you, Noah. Hello, fellow Godzilla fans. I am both honored and embarrassed to share the same birth year with this film. Oh, I did really year in 1998. Oh, hey, man.
That makes me old.
Nah. We all young. We don't go old until we pass 100. That's what I say. But because
you said that once.
You said that once. Yeah. But I, as I always say, well, what I always say, Jesus, Corey, now you got in my head. The box office was good enough to get people was good enough to consider doing a sequel, but the feedback from the audience and the critic review kind of shut that sequel down in process because they already really had something ready to go. Roland Emmerich kind of also had a bit of a fight with the studio on some stuff, so it just didn't go through. So they did an animated series, which kind of took some of the elements that they were going to do in the sequel, and plus it was very classic what we know of Godzilla, which is battling monsters and trampling people. But yeah, man, the animated series is fun for sure. Corey, you said you liked the 1998 one. Why?
Matthew Broderick.
That's your only reason?
No. I actually really enjoyed this one. I thought it was a cooler design to Godzilla. So I guess first I'll talk about Godzilla's design, Zilla's design. I liked that he was a mutated iguana. And I always liked the idea of, this was, Godzilla was created from our doing, so it really focused heavily on that, specifically, dropping nukes on an island, and, seeing it go down. But I liked the speed and the ferociousness of the 98 Godzilla. Like, typically, from the old films,
very stocky and kind of just walking around because those suits were so heavy, those rubber suits that they were doing.
I get it, but this was the first time we were seeing Godzilla zip around, the Apache helicopter chase scene going through and flying around. I was like, oh man, this is great. And the actors were great. What's the one guy?
Except for Audrey. She unfortunately, and I don't want to attack her too much on it because she received her punishment. She got a Golden Raspberry Award, which, if you guys don't know what that is, Hollywood has a basically an Oscar parody award show where they're called Razzies, and basically, if you get an award, it means you were horrible in that movie. So she got worst supporting actress for that movie.
Oh, poor girl. No, I was thinking of Jean Reno, the one who I was personally thinking about. Hank Azaria. Looking up the actual actor's name since I can't remember his name. I like I like those characters. Just the overall high speed of Godzilla in 98 made this a lot more enjoyable. Some of the twists and turns that you saw, it was good, So yeah.
Well, they also kind of answered some things that, like, even the classic Godzilla films didn't answer. Like, where did the son of Godzilla come from? Mm-hmm. And they in this movie they kind of say, well, Godzilla can reproduce asexually, and there's these
spoiler tray.
Yeah, I mean, after 25 years, I don't know if it's a spoiler anymore. If it is, I apologize. But hopefully you guys have your popcorn ready. I hope.
So I know we're getting ready to get on the film, but Trey, you have to tell me a little bit of something. What is this?
The Monarch Monstars. This is going to be part of our new series, guys. As you know, with Star Wars, we have the Delta Squad. With Jurassic Park, we have the Park Rangers. With the Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, we have Corey, I'm spacing it.
I'm not helping you either.
I'm spacing my own theme. Yeah. See, my mind was so stuck on Godzilla that I can't even remember.
Come on, buddy.
We did the one
Rangers,
show. Rangers of the North. right?
Ah, yes, Rangers of
see,
the North.
there you go. If you said the words, I was gonna be like Rangers of the North because it flows off the tongue once you remember. Rangers of the North. But now, because obviously huge Godzilla fan, I have a lot of friends who are big Godzilla fans who are going to be joining us for different Godzilla shows as we start to gear up for more of the MonsterVerse, more of what Toho's going to be doing. So our new series is going to be the Monarch Monstars.
Yeah,
all things kaiju, all things monsters. You know, it's going to be a damn good time. So guys, as always, smash that like, share this video, get all of your friends into the chat now. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers. Help us get there. We can only do that through you guys. You have to share the stream, get your friends, let them know about us, and you reel in the fish, we'll cook them.
And some exclusive news. If you get Trey, the Bat Channel, and Super McCoy, this channel, to 5,000 subscribers, we will have a Discord exclusively for the Bat Channel sorted.
That's so funny. So he's like, we're going to get this done finally, Trey. I know I've said coming soon for probably almost a year.
Right? Yeah, that thing's been coming soon out there forever.
Right? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm going to check on our one last panel member. See if he's able to join us soon.
While we wait on that, guys, right? Tell me, what do you guys think of the trailer for Godzilla?
Are you talking about the teaser for Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire?
Yes.
We actually did a reaction video to it that people can check out. I was kind of left speechless. It was not the direction I thought they were going to go. I heard there was a big leak recently. I don't know what that leak is. Judging by some people's thumbnails I've seen, I can kind of guess what that leak must have revealed. But in terms of the new teaser trailer, it doesn't show you really anything, and it's not going to be footage that's used in the film, but it has me hyped unbelievably, and it has the Godzilla community hyped, which is fantastic because, and this is something that I got to thank our viewers for. You guys have made that Godzilla teaser trailer reaction our biggest video ever. It's almost at 28,000, I think now, views.
This is that video must have been bigger than the Zack Snyder Justice League trailer reaction you did with Super One.
That had been our biggest video for the longest time, but that Godzilla one not only doubled it, it's almost approaching tripled, tripling it. So it's insane. I was very surprised by that, and I'm humbled by that. Flint the Dragon 1 says Godzilla 1998 was my introduction to the franchise. That's awesome, Flint Dragon. Out of curiosity, with that being your introduction, what are some of your favorite Godzilla films? I'd be curious to hear. If you have a certain preference of them. Maybe give me your top three favorites. Yeah, love to hear it. So I just found out our other person's not going to be able to make it, which is fine. He's having some technical difficulties, but we're not going to hold up the show no longer. Hopefully you guys have your popcorn, you have your drink, and if you're cool, I've had this all my life.
Oh my God, you brought that out. Yes.
I did bring that out. I had no idea because when I got this when I was a kid, I had no idea where this came from other than like my parents probably got it for me. I was watching some like Godzilla 1998, people celebrating the 25th anniversary. And I found out this was a Taco Bell promo gift to hold your drink.
To hold your drink.
Yeah. It was, I finally figured that out and I was like, oh, that's very cool. I've kept it. I'm so glad.
Shout out to Super Bat Mom. She always hooked us up with Taco Bell runs.
She knows.
Cinnamon twist.
Mama, I love you, Mama. Dad, thank you for letting me watch Godzilla. Windu says, I am ashamed to say I've never seen a Godzilla film. Windu, really?
Well, watch one with us right now.
Join us with us, Windu. Like this, it's not a bad one to start on, for sure. It's modern, so that I think you'll be able to relate to it, maybe a little more than the old Showa era and stuff like that. But or the Heisei era, I should say Heisei. But nonetheless, it's going to be, you know, it's a fun one. I enjoy it, and we'll talk about it more once the movie ends. But hopefully, you guys have it right. Like I said, you can either do it Vudu, YouTube, Amazon. You have to rent it if you are doing it through those. There is the free service called Tubi that is apparently showing it, but I believe it has ads. So, without further ado, let's have your popcorn ready. What? You ready, Corn?
Flip the Dragon. Said 2014, 1954.
So the Gareth Edwards one and the old classic King of the Monsters. Oh, and this 1998 are your top three. Those are all good choices, man. Gareth Edwards, I don't know if you guys have seen his recent movie that he has coming out, The Creator. It looks incredible. You know, he is such a talented dude that I don't think he gets enough credit. But thank you so much, Integrity. Really appreciate that, brother. But I can't, like always. It's 4 a.m. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that you're in Norway, brother. But thank you for always stopping by and hitting that like button.
Don't worry. What's it called? Windrew. I know the time because it's gone 2:30 in the morning here in the UK. So,
oh gosh,
he's a party animal, man. Alrighty, guys. Well, here we go. Let's not waste anybody else's time. It's a lot of you coming in hot, supporting us. Here we go. Coming down in 3, 2, 1, play. Corey, I'm going to make a soundbite of you making that noise because it may be one of the most annoying sounds in the world.
That's a Godzilla noise. What are you talking about?
Teller Ortega says I hated the Germans for making this film. Yeah, Roland Emmerich does get a lot of hate for this. I understand. It's different.
What Godzilla movies did you like, Deli? Curious.
Yeah.
Wait, is Roland Emmerich related to Toby Emmerich?
No.
Okay, just have to make sure.
Yeah, no. Maybe distant cousins. I don't know. But they're not brothers.
Komodo dragons.
Yes.
I told you there's some Komodos.
I know there's Komodos, but you were saying that the Komodo is what mutates into Godzilla, and that's not what happens.
The Komodo was on the same island. How do you know?
I mean, there could be a mutated Komodo out there somewhere. David Arnold did the music to this Godzilla one. If his music sounds familiar, he also did Independence Day with Emmerich. It was kind of his go-to dude.
Telly Ortega says, my favorite Godzilla, 2014.
That's a solid choice. You can't go wrong. Gareth Edwards nailed that, Deli.
Yeah, I like and appreciate about Godzilla 98 is it really kind of opened the door for a lot of people, younger people, to fall in love with Godzilla, you know?
Me.
You are a freak. You watched the young Godzilla movies well before 98, but actually, no, Godzilla 98 may be kind of your first interaction with.
It was my first cinematic experience with Godzilla.
Yeah. Okay.
Which definitely like sealed the deal with my love for it for sure. But dad used to make me watch, well, not make me, I joined him, made me watch Creature Features. I think that was every Sunday or something like that, or every Saturday morning. And
the mutated Komodo was in the cartoon tray.
In the animated series? What episode? I just started rewatching it again. It's on YouTube for free.
Clarice 101 says, I think people are way too hard on Godzilla 98. I agree. Delly Ortega says, including Godzilla v. Kong, Final Wars, and King of the Monsters 2019. Good choices.
King of the Monsters is still my all-time favorite of the Monsterverse. It's such a classic Godzilla film. Michael Dougherty nailed it. I bet you were happy, Deli, when G-Man whooped up on Zilla. That was hilarious when Toho did that.
Mm-hmm. I should have got some ramen noodles for dinner tonight. Or make some.
Right. Every time I see this scene, I immediately get hungry for some ramen or some pho.
Please don't mention food because I'm already hungry again.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh boy.
The episode title is End of the Line. She was Godzilla's mate.
Oh, I'll have to look for that.
Fun fact, Godzilla vs. Kong was the one movie I saw with my first college friend.
Nice. That's cool.
That's
Did
awesome.
you guys have a rivalry go on? Team Godzilla versus Team Kong? That was Corey and I. Ooh. That dude is lucky.
Mm-hmm. Good job. Good job.
One thing I really loved about this movie was not only their use of sound and Godzilla's roar, but very much like the 2014 Gareth Edwards one, Deli, Godzilla really has kind of like a Jaws-like presence in this movie. You don't see him until like the second half, essentially.
Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, baby.
You got a Matthew Broderick prom, Corey.
Save Ferris.
No, we both love Godzilla the most. That's so cool. Is that how you guys became friends? You found out that you were Godzilla fans? Corey, are you typing through my thing again?
Yes, he is. Of course. It's Corey. Corey was right.
Right.
Hashtag Save Ferris.
There he is. Agent Aaron. Fun fact.
Oh.
They keep making fun of Nick Tatopoulos' last name because of Patrick Tatopoulos, who designed this Godzilla in this movie. It was kind of a way to pay homage to him, but also kind of poke fun. For my fellow DC fans, if Patrick Tatopoulos sounds familiar, it should, because he was one of the main designers for Zack Snyder with BVS, Man of Steel, the 300 films, really pretty much all of Zack's films, even Underworld. He did a lot of the creature designs for that.
I love how Aaron is always some type of government agent, Secret Service guy.
I wonder if
I
he
don't
was
even
that
know
in
his
real
real
life.
name.
Because we were just talking about DC, did you guys know that there was Free Comic Book Day just recently?
Yep. I stopped by my local comic book shop here in Colorado. Hall of Justice. What's up, guys?
That
Did
should
you-
be our new what's it called? Thing, Hall of Justice for our next montage or whatever for movies and stuff that we could do for DC.
That'd be dope. We could do something like that.
Oh, wasn't this guy in Mission Impossible?
Yes, in the first one. Yep.
What did you see, old man? What did you see?
Did you know that he was actually the voice of Simba in The Lion King?
Who was?
Matthew Broderick.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. I thought we were talking about the French guy still, and I was like, really?
No.
Yeah, Oracle. Isn't that cool? Yeah, he's Patrick Tatopoulos. If follow him on Instagram, he is such a fascinating guy. He was at the Full Circle event recently with Zack Snyder, and just a very talented dude. Wild imagination. Would love to get him on the show sometime. I might have to reach out. He's done a lot of films that I like.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it.
This dude is such a interesting character to me. His comedic relief is obnoxious.
Those footprints
Really?
are still there in Hawaii?
Which island?
Hmm.
And that's crazy. I didn't realize they were still there.
New York City.
Give it up for the worst actress in '98.
Be nice to the girl, Corey.
I liked her, man.
She didn't work much after this.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
I liked her character.
She was very New Yorker. That's nothing against New Yorkers, by the way.
Yeah, it is Chi-Town, baby.
Koala Ranch, Wahoo, Hawaii. Oh, I did not know that. I'll have to check that out. That's crazy that they're still there. I wonder if do they maintain them? You would think after all the rain and floods they must get. She thinks he's cute, Corey.
I'm cute. Izzy Kaiju 54. Hello.
Hello, Izzy Cashew.
We are currently about 15 minutes and 53 seconds in on Godzilla 1998.
Celebrating the 25th anniversary. Holy cow. Time flies when you're having fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Time flies, yes.
Right.
They have grass in there, but the
in
shape
there.
is still visible.
Wow. That's crazy. Did you visit them in Hawaii or do you live in Hawaii? Like, are you able to like see them frequently? That's cool. He's an assassin. John Cena. I will say this is my one worry about the MonsterVerse because I've heard Adam Wingard say that he loves the idea of a kaiju movie with no humans involved, no human story. And I personally dig the interactions that humans have with the kaijus. You know, it kind of helps you feel like you're there, you're involved in some way. Like this scene here, like to see how we're trying to, what life would be like with a giant creature like Godzilla. I find that fascinating, which was partly why I love the 2014 film.
Whoa! I found them.
Oh, did you?
The marks, the Godzilla marks. So they said
Oh,
they're on
wow.
Google Earth. You okay if I share it real quick, Trey?
Yeah.
All right, so we got it up. I'm going to scroll in here. Gojira.
Oh, wow.
Gojira.
That
Gojira.
is freaking awesome.
We found them.
Wow. Thank you so much for that, Flint Dragon. That's so cool, dude. I had no idea. Almost looks like the tail, you know, to dragon, or like claws. Oh, it's all in the same area where they filmed Jurassic Park. Gotcha.
Yes.
The Gallimimus Stampede. I will say this is one scene that really bugs me. When the paleontologist lady says that it's a reptile that we believe died out somewhere, at that moment I knew she did not do her research as a paleontologist. And Allosaurus was not really yeah.
Kaiju said, "Yeah, I love the movie, but I do wish the acting was a bit better. But other than that, it's good."
Oh, see, we were just talking about that, right? Integrity. Thank you. Oh, integrity, man. Thank you, man. 3K would be awesome. Really, in all honesty, our goal is 10,000 subscribers, because YouTube, when you hit that 10,000 subscriber mark, you are able to do this thing called charity streams. And as anyone who's followed our show before, we do a lot of streams where we raise money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention through the super chats that our followers do. So to not have to worry about YouTube taking a giant portion out of the super chats, which Corey and I end up covering on the back end anyways, it'd just be nice to not have to worry about that for you guys, that all of your money, every single dollar, just goes into charities that we raise money for. Right, Bidzilla? I agree, man. That is pretty cool. That's awesome from Flint Dragon. I really appreciate all that insight, dude. Oh, yeah, see, love spreading some trivia. We love it too.
Yo, Trey.
What?
I believe we have a special guest making a debut. Is this debut appearance?
I
Yes.
think it is. It is a debut
On the back
appearance.
channel. Let's
All right.
introduce
I'll let
Ladies
you
and
do the honors,
gentlemen,
Trey.
my dear friend, Mr. Josh. How you doing, Josh?
What's up, fellas?
My man, you are rocking the JP gear.
I heard somebody say something was filmed in like Jurassic Park, and I was like, I got some stuff. So
Yes, my
Yes.
man. Are you excited for JP 30?
I am very much so. I kind of was catching the stream. My background is very similar to yours, and how this film. I was a big Jurassic Park fan, so this film kind of hit me at that same time. So I'm ashamed to say I don't have any Godzilla merchandise. Tons of posters.
Well, no, it's very I met an artist at our Denver Comic-Con, and his name is Jed Thomas, and he is a massive Batman and Godzilla fan. So him and I just like clicked the moment I saw his booth, and he got me a lot of like cool Godzilla art and stuff like that. Just such a talented guy. I think I highly recommend anyone to check out his Instagram account because he has some cool stuff there, and he's a wild character, man. I won't tell the I shouldn't tell the story of how I met him because it's I don't know if he would find it funny or not, but it was quite comical.
That's awesome.
But Josh, it's so good to see you, man. How you been?
I've been great. I was catching the stream while I was at the gym, so sorry I had to go get something to eat, and now I'm trying to catch up to you guys. Is there a timestamp by chance?
Yeah, we're at like 25:35 right now.
25:35. All right. Haven't missed my favorite part there.
No, sitting at
what's your favorite part?
25:40.
It's a spoiler, so I don't really want to say, I guess.
When it happens, let us know. Yeah.
Pretty predictable. I'll be honest, you guys, like Trey, your knowledge, I was kind of catching what you were saying, like the history. So I'm kind of a noob when it comes to, like, I love the MonsterVerse. I loved Godzilla versus Kong, but the Toho stuff, my history is kind of like.
Oh no, man, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, it's just good having people here and enjoying this stuff. I mean, but you've seen Godzilla 1990, yeah, because you have a favorite scene. Yeah, okay.
I saw this with my mother, I believe, at a advanced screening. I know you said there was no like fan screenings or like test screenings, but I think there was like a premiere kind of thing.
Yeah,
and this movie blew me away. Like it was my first Godzilla. I watched the animated series like you guys. After this came out, right?
Yeah, I think it was just like a year later they did a series.
So they hit that, that marketing push. But
yeah,
like watching all this stuff, I'm caught up to you guys now. Like this blew me away as a JP fan. The destruction and the Patrick design that you talked about.
Yeah, you actually met Patrick, if I recall.
Let's see real quick, by the way. The ground is shaking. Godzilla's making his entrance, and now people are running.
What was it like to meet Patrick Tatopoulos?
Just a cool guy, like like he was just in my opinion, other than Zach.
Yeah,
he was the coolest guy on the panel. Like he didn't really talk much, but when he did have the mic, he used it. He used it well. He didn't want to use the mic. I don't know if you saw it on the stream, but he kept on like kind of holding it away from himself. He's like, I gotta fucking use this. I'm sorry.
He's quite a character,
Yeah, he's European all through and through. So, he was really awesome. I forget what I talked to him about. It was real. Like he was the second person on the panel, but just told him how much I loved his designs and all his work. And he's done so much, like not just, with Snyder, but, I think throughout his filmography, there's got to be something that film fans are a fan of his, that he's done.
Yeah. I would assume that a lot of people for movies that they really love and enjoy have no idea that he was somehow a part of it, in making it happen.
He's kind of a legend. So, and I can't believe the man is 60 years old. I was like, he does not look 60
He's
years
60?
old.
Dude looks like he's a freaking rock star.
He's ripped and yeah, just super kind, like very, very hospitable. I think he just told me he was, oh yeah, he told me he was like, get home safely. I hope you get home safely. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Very, very European hospital.
That's so cool. Oh my God.
You can tell Zach has attracted the most genuine people in his circle. So
that's something you always hear, man, that he finds those people and he must treat them with the same type of generosity and passion, and because they tend to want to work with him over and over again. And that, I think that says something, you know?
Yeah, it's a testament.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so cool. Oh my gosh.
Good to see you, by the way, Josh. This is the second time we've been on a stream, and the first one was earlier today. So
yeah, that was fun, man. I'm sorry I was talking a lot through the episode. I forgot it was your first time. So
oh no, you were okay. I was just so locked in. I have this incredible ability to tune out everything and everybody. So it's like I was just
first time with what
was going on. Justice League.
I actually have.
I've only watched a few episodes when you've been doing it, but I've never seen it from start to finish, Trey.
Bro, you were a huge fan of the Superman show, the cartoon show with Tim Daly.
Yeah, and the Batman animated series. By the time
rest in peace, Conroy.
By the time they got to Justice League, it was like 2000 area, Trey, 2002 or something like that. So I was in high school at that point. So, you know, hanging out with friends, football.
You grew out of cartoons. I get it.
Well, it wasn't even really that. It was just,
cool, I've never grown out of cartoons. I'll just put that out there.
That's fair.
I'm still a huge fan of DC Comics, DC Animated Universe.
I love it. You still haven't seen really his face yet. Still doing that Jaws like presence.
Avengers right there.
Right.
I used to live in New York. So.
Chicken lucky that he's still alive.
So you're seeing a lot of locations that you've probably walked around.
Yeah,
cool.
I've been to New York, so I've been.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I love New York, so
it's a great city. I was there in 2012 when right after Avengers came out. I saw Avengers in New York City.
I actually went in the same year this movie was filmed.
Nice! So you saw all the promotion and everything all over the city in Times Square. It was a fun time to be around that city. Every location that was filmed, I went and like took pictures for my friends and stuff. So
that's so cool. Out of curiosity, Corey, I know Izzy commented, said Pat is super down to earth and very passionate about his work. Izzy, have you also met Patrick Tatopoulos? I'd be curious. I mean, me just watching him, through the documentaries and the behind the scenes stuff, and I follow him on the Instagram. Like he is just, you could tell that dude's cool, and his imagination is wild, and what he's able to achieve. Like I think there's one thing to be said about having a incredible creative imagination, but to be able to bring it to life is a whole nother thing. You know, and he's able to do that, and you got to give mad props for that.
Yeah, I mean that creativity, and he's he's been around for so long in his body of work. It's impressive what his filmography.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, Josh, how are you watching Godzilla? What app are you using, or do you own it, or?
What is it? Voodoo? I have Voodoo. I have a lot.
Voodoo? Nice.
I guess it's Movies Anywhere paired with Voodoo or something like that.
Yeah.
Are they the same? I don't know how it is. It's all kind of.
It's something like that. Yeah.
Because I guess Disney owned it, and then something happened, and they merged.
I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird when I redeem I'm a physical media guy. So when I redeem them, sometimes I can only redeem them via Voodoo. So some movies are on my Vudu, but majority are on my Movies Anywhere. So I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, this one's in the collection for sure. I'm a big fan of the 2014 and on. How are you guys feeling about the new
the teaser trailer has me excited. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
I'm like, what is it? Is it plus? Is it times? Is it like, is it just Godzilla?
Yeah, no one quite knows. Originally, it was titled Godzilla and Kong Origins, okay. But then they revealed the new, title being that, and it leads. A lot of people have speculated that it means Godzilla and Kong at some point are gonna face off again, maybe.
I think team up, baby.
Got to see that.
Yeah, but with that new Titan, that Oranga Kong, as some people are calling him, or Emperor Kong, I don't know. He's going to be an interesting foe. I've heard a lot of people theorize. I've kind of theorized with our people in the comments on our reaction video. And I was thinking, because of his eyes glowing, that he has like telepathic abilities, that he can like control kaijus. And I think we may hear like a kaiju speak for the first time, not so much through voice, like moving his mouth, but like or orally, but like through like humans' minds. I think they'll be able to actually hear, what the kaiju's saying, or something like that. It'll be interesting. I'd be curious to see what did you think of it though?
I like watched it during the time. I think it was released like either right before I was preparing for my trip, I think, or during the trip. So I watched it, and I need to circle back and watch it again. I got hype. I loved here in I'm in Texas. So during COVID, this was the first big movie, and me and my mom went to go to the IMAX, and she loved it. She was blown away, and she hadn't seen the 2014. She hadn't seen Kong at all, Skull Island. But she was like, "When's the next one?" So I told her, and she's like, "Oh, we're gonna go. So I'm excited either way. But I need to watch the teaser again.
Yeah. It'll be cool to see. I mean, no matter what, I'm just glad the MonsterVerse is doing well, that they're continuing it. I was really sad that King of the Monsters didn't do well. In my humble opinion, it's the best Godzilla film. I think it's right there with Gareth Edwards. I think if you like that gritty realism, I think Gareth Edwards win. But if you're a Godzilla fan, I get the feeling that like King of the Monsters, because it was like Michael Dougherty, he is clearly a lifelong Godzilla fan. He was doing so many things that were so like classic Godzilla theme, and just how like Godzilla movies normally go, like Mothra. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen King of the Monsters, you need to. But King of the Monsters, Mothra tends to die and then give her power to whatever living creatures around to defeat the bad guy. And the fact that Michael Dougherty did that, I was like, praise you, man. You're a beautiful human being.
There's still a lot. Is it that one, or is it Godzilla v Kong, where there is a lot that was cut that we haven't seen? I think maybe
I think it was Godzilla v Kong. Okay. There was rumors that there was a leftover footage,
something like that. The sisters with Mothra, I think.
Oh, with King of the Monsters? Well, maybe it is that one with the third movie. Man, if there's a director's cut, I'd be down.
we know how to get that out there. Right?
I'd be down. I'd be down for hashtag release the Dougherty cut.
Yeah, I'm still trying to release the web cut of Amazing Spider-Man 3 too.
Please.
I mean, I'm sorry, 2, and then 3. I'm a big Andrew Garfield.
Same, man. Andrew, to me, like Toby's amazing, right? He's nostalgic. He's like the Keaton of Spider-Man, as Keaton is with Batman. But like Andrew Garfield, to me, like maybe it's because of my age range of when I saw those movies, but I was like, his Spider-Man hit me on an emotional level, especially that second movie. I know people don't like it, but it's still, I like it more than the first one.
I love it. I think me and you kind of are in the same kind of mindset.
We're there, brother.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, I see. Let's see. I read Izzy said Pat is. Hold on. I saw somewhere. My uncle met him back in 2005 or 2006. Oh, wow. How did your uncle meet him at like a Comic-Con, or does your uncle do like set work? That's really cool though, is he? I'm sure he thought he was the coolest dude in the world.
Ooh, that's a good point about the strike. Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, we've been kind of watching the strike. Trey, you're glitching.
I don't think we'll have to work too.
He's doing his Godzilla digitalized impression.
Right.
There you go. Hey, you're a little bit better now. Talk. Oh, you're delayed.
Am I back now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Am I in?
Oh no!
Can you
if
hear me
you're
now?
just now responding to us, you're delayed.
Am I delayed now?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm delayed.
Oh, there you go.
Oh wait, I'm good.
No.
Yep, you're better.
Corey, count with me. One, two, three.
3.
Okay, somewhat close.
You're about a second or two delay.
Yep. Did you guys hear about the writers' strike? Some G fans were worried it would impact Godzilla XCOM, but it won't. Yeah, I don't imagine so, because they were already in. I think they're just in the visual effects phase. I don't think they're filming really anymore. I mean, because it's supposed to come out, I think, March next year. So yeah, the amount of production. I had a friend who actually worked on the animation for Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Oh, nice.
And the amount of time it took. He worked on the Antarctica scene with King Ghidorah in Godzilla.
Nice.
And that took forever, you know.
That's awesome.
I have Toho VHS movies. Yeah. I was good. I have a. I don't think I have. The only VHS Godzilla film I have is actually the 1998 film. The rest are like DVD collections, or obviously I have the Showa era collection now. Thanks to my wife. That was my birthday gift last year. She was a sweetie.
Nice. It's a good wife.
Right? I knew I picked the right woman when she said to me that she's like, I want to watch a movie tonight. What movie do you want to watch, honey? Godzilla King of the Monsters. I was like, let's see it.
Yeah. Lock it down.
Yeah, King of the Monsters, I saw that movie is tied with the amount of times I saw BBS in theaters.
Oh, which is
6.
Nice.
Yeah, I went a little crazy.
Izzy said, "Oh my God! Finally, people appreciate TASM now." TASM.
Yeah.
Cheers, Izzy. Hell yeah, man! You're amongst friends, brother.
Cheers to that.
I
mean, at the
Oscars, what's that?
When at the Oscars they said Spider-Man, and I was like, "Oh, are they hinting?" They're like, "Hey, he's." I know he was nominated and everything, but I was like, hey,
"Yeah,
he's Spider-Man."
I haven't seen the Garfield Spidey films, but would love to see him. You know what? We might actually be coming up on some anniversaries with the Garfield films as well.
Yeah,
I have to say with that, the Amazing Spider-Man, I was one of those fans that I was really upset with how they treated Tobey Maguire. So I was like, I'm not going to give Andrew Garfield a chance. I'm just not going to do it.
Well, when they canceled the 4th movie on him?
Yeah. So I think I skipped the first one, and then I watched the second Amazing Spider-Man 2 first, and I was like, because Trey was like, no, you need to watch this, or he did the music. He did some music for The Amazing Spider-Man. So I watched it, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Yeah, it was Amazing Spider-Man 2, wasn't it, Trey?
Yeah, no, I told you, dude, because I actually wrote a music arrangement for that. There was like a competition that went on with Hans Zimmer for the. I have it somewhere. Where's that at?
And then I fell in love with.
I'll see if I can find it. One moment.
Yeah, go find it, Trey. Then I fell in love with Andrew Garfield, and then when they're like, oh nope, Andrew Garfield's out. I was like, oh, all right, I'm definitely boycotting Holland. And then I saw Far From Home, and I was like, oh man. So I watched all of them, and I was like, you know what? They did a good job casting each time for their own separate reasons.
Yeah. They all have their uniqueness, just like all the Batman and all the Superman and all the Godzillas.
Yes, agreed.
Matt Woodson, oh no, Godzilla Attack of the Bat channel. Yep.
Which one is y'all's favorite monster movie from the 2014 on the Monsterverse? Do y'all have a favorite?
Go for it, Taladia.
I would say King Kong for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skull Island, or Kong Skull Island.
The one with Samuel L. Jackson and
I love it.
I'm gonna blow you up.
Oh, nice! Is that signed?
Yeah.
No way.
Wait, what's that? You were the mixer guy for Amazing Spider-Man 2.
So there was like a competition, where Hans Zimmer released like a 10 or 15-second clip of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 theme, and he said you had to make an arrangement and a cover of it, and whoever got like the most amount of votes donated to the charity that he was doing, and if you got a certain amount of votes for people who liked your cover, you would get a prize, and if you got the most amount of votes, you got to actually I think he brought you on set, like in his studio, and helped compose one of the tunes for the movie. And I didn't get that far, but I did get far enough to where he signed a Spider-Man shirt for us and stuff like that. So it's one of my prized possessions for sure.
That's legit. That's a legend right there. So
and you were young back then, Trey. How old were you? Like,
I was 18.
19, yeah.
18, yeah, I was 18.
18.
Wow.
And Carnby's in the house.
What's up, Ed? Hope you're doing well.
NECA would make Godzilla 1998 a figure. I know there's a large scale one, but stuff is expensive, rightfully so, with a detail. What do you guys think NECA would do a figure?
Part of me I would hope so. NECA does some cool figures, man. The fact that they haven't done one already, or to even like lead up as a promotional thing for the 25th anniversary, kind of tells me that people are still a little iffy on if it's worth spending the money to make and produce a figure. Because one of the issues that this movie ran into in the box office is the studio wanted to keep the Godzilla design so secretive that they told all the toy companies that nope, you can't release these in stores until the movie, like a month after the movie comes out. Well, when the movie came out, it had a really strong opening weekend. I think it was right about like $48 million domestically. But the reviews were awful from critics and fans in the beginning, to where the ticket sales like tanked the next couple of weeks. It still made a lot of money because of the international box office, but because the movie's hype kind of died, and then the toys came out a month later, the toy sales were god awful. So stores were left with a ton of Godzilla 1998 toys. I did have some. Corey, you probably remember. I had the giant one where you had like a handle on its back, and they had like 3 of the baby Godzillas that were remote control that would roll around and stuff.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We used to play with those.
Yeah, dude. But it would be cool. I would definitely be down if they did, Ed. Great question. Flint says in Godzilla versus Kong, Mothra was supposed to have a scene, but it got cut. That upsets me. I heard Rodan was supposed to be in it too, but
there was a lot of monsters that were cut. So I'm trying to see what happened.
Basically, I heard they explained where Rodan was in the novelization of Godzilla versus Kong. I guess he went back to the volcano and went dormant again because Godzilla basically told all the other Titans to stand down around the world. So,
that makes sense.
I never answered you, Josh, but Godzilla King of the Monsters in 2019 was I enjoyed that one a lot. But I also enjoyed Godzilla v Kong as well. I know some people weren't too thrilled with that one, but
that was me. And I'll put it this way,
stuff, right? The human stuff, right?
No, well, I personally think there needs to be a human story. I know Adam Wingard doesn't think there is, and that's my worry for this next film. Is I think there's going to be rarely any type of human interaction. But my issue with Godzilla versus Kong was that it was clear that their focus was Godzilla fighting Kong. And I appreciate that because at least we really got a definitive battle, multiple definitive battles between the two. And I like that they teamed up at the end. But my issue is that they had Serizawa's son, his character's son in this movie, and you had no idea. No one told you unless if you looked it up, and in the details on the Monarch website saying Serizawa's son, it didn't give you any, like, in the movie there was no dialogue there was no like, I want to kill Godzilla because he took my father, no motive for him there. And that pissed me off royally. I was so upset by that because to me it was bad writing. Not to go into that. It was just like, let's just make this visually a stunning film and nothing else to it. And I thought what would have been really cool, because when they were using Ghidorah's skull and telepathy to like control Mechagodzilla, I thought because they were kind of doing this Kiryu thing. If you guys don't know who Kiryu is, he's a Mechagodzilla in the Millennium era. And in that storyline, Kiryu, because he's created from the bones of the original 1954 Godzilla, I thought it would have been really cool if Mechagodzilla started off as like, being controlled by the humans, but Ghidorah then turned it into Mecha Ghidorah, like transformed it when he decided to take over again. Because that's essentially what happened, is that Ghidorah said, screw the human control, I'm taking over. And it was just a Mecha Ghidorah controlled Mecha Godzilla thing. So I was like, I had a few issues with it. It's still a fun movie though. I still enjoy it.
Yeah. You explained it really well, so it actually makes sense. So I kind of agree with you. That's probably
hopefully I don't like ruin it. I don't want to, like, if you love the movie, like, yes, love the movie. It was, to me, it just was not the most well done.
Yeah, it was the first movie post-COVID that we got to see, during that time. So I think we were just excited to be out and about, and we started to wear masks.
Absolutely. Yeah. I will say it was nice to be able to flex on Corey a little bit, to say, hey, Team Godzilla, one big fella, king of the monsters for a reason. Just saying.
I'm team Kong as well, but
his name is Josh. There we go, baby.
His name is Godzilla, so I mean, it's a king to a god.
We were so simpatico, and then you let me down.
I know, I messed it up. I messed it up on my debut.
You're welcome back anytime, Josh.
Thank you, Corey.
Having humans is important in a monster film. I agree, Izzy.
A piece of skin from Godzilla in this movie. Wow. With a piece of rubble from the Brooklyn Bridge scene. Man, flip the dragon.
Do you have a Twitter, Flint? If so, message me. So if you want, it's up to you. But I would love to see that. I would love to see the picture. And if you do send it to us and you're okay with it, we'd love to put it up on the stream for people to see, because that's a really cool memorabilia right there.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing I say about this movie, the CGI was good for its time.
Oh yeah, for 1998. I mean, they were very much kind of banking off what Steven Spielberg was able to do with Jurassic Park, and use similar elements with mixing between CGI and animatronics. You know, that it was very smart for them to do that, to kind of help sustain the realism.
Do y'all remember the marketing? I'm going to show my age, but the marketing around this, I remember the Chihuahua from Taco Bell. I think I need a bigger box.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Yeah. The marketing was great around this movie.
Yeah, dude. One of my favorite trailers of all time still is the one where the kids are in the museum and the teacher's talking about the Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know, the largest terrestrial creature in history, and then Godzilla's foot stomps him. Yeah,
it was totally a Jurassic Park, like, you know, homage, but it worked, you know. I mean,
yeah, kind of similar to what they did even with the Jurassic World film, the first one, with you know, they're at the park and, you know, you see the great white shark holding over the aquarium place with the Megasaur, and it just swallows it whole. It was kind of a little nod to Steven Spielberg.
Yep. And
also kind of be like, this is the big bad boy in the ocean now, you know.
It's evolved for sure.
Yeah. Well, I should have even brought up a better example is the new Meg 2, the Trench trailer. They literally, that was like Jurassic Park T-Rex, almost perfect design of that getting swallowed by a freaking megalodon, you know, like.
You did a reaction to that, right?
I did, yeah.
I need to watch. I haven't seen that one actually, so I need to watch.
Oh no, you're good, brother. I know there's so many content creators out there that it's like, I mean, Talata knows we always do the hashtag replay crew for a reason. Yeah, it's hard to get to everyone live, you know.
I have, so I haven't even finished rewatching SnyderCon, but I'm like jumping on the streams because I'm like, I'm subscribed to all you guys. I've been watching all y'all for a long time. I just, you know, now I'm actually, I mean, like, you gotta motivated to join y'all. So
you gotta check out the interview.
Sorry, go ahead, Talati.
You gotta check out the interview I did with these two on my channel, which was super interesting, because we talked about AFSP, we talked about them getting Wayne T. Carr and Samantha Wynn onto the panel for the event. So we dive into that, and I also had Ray on the night after.
All right.
And we talked about her experience at SnyderCon too, because she was there at the event with you, and with Sil and everyone that was there to meet Zach, and her sitting down with Zach and all of that. So we got.
That was so cool.
Yeah,
I would love to. I am putting that on my queue as we speak. And you have an upcoming stream. Oh, Superman and Lois. All right.
Yes, I'm a big Superman and Lois fan. So, and as Corey knows, I love Superman. I haven't caught up with
this season, but I might jump in just to see.
Yes, if you're more than welcome to hop in and, you know, watch along with us, because.
All right, thank you.
I will say, Josh, it has been awesome seeing you on all the streams lately, because I mean, I've known you ever since I saw your I think I can't remember what event you were at, but you're wearing the Wonder Woman shirt just like a badass, and I was just like, this man right here, he's just taking up and storming the place, you know, just being cool. So it's a pleasure to finally like hear your voice, hear you chatting with the gang, you know.
Yeah, I remember you reached out. You did you were doing a tribute actually when the Snyder Cut was announced for Autumn, and me and my mom actually submitted. We got in touch on Twitter, and so I remember your name since 2021 back then. But
oh man, yeah, I was hoping. I'm still working on that one. We didn't quite get as many submissions as I was hoping for, to where like it was going to require a lot of editing and it didn't have the impact that I was wanting it to have. But at the same time, I was thinking,
I've been trying to get Trey to finish it. We do need to finish it, Trey. Like
I know we do. Yeah. I think where
now that we have more followers too, maybe we reignite it as well.
That's what I was gonna say, is that like at the time, I think I only had 200 subscribers, so no one knew who I was. So I was like, maybe now when we have a little more, you know, maybe now's the time to kind of reignite it again and find something to unite everybody and
that's the goal.
Get the cause going.
Yeah. I mean, I came across the Bat channel not too long ago, actually, and when I was introduced by Sil Abdul's channel, I was just like, yes, these are the people that I'm gonna stick with, because these guys are awesome. They talk about everything and anything really, and what's great about them is the fact that how they interact with the community, with their community, and you know, that's I gotta say good about them, because they know how to be entertaining. Trey and Corey, like Corey is one of those people that, you know, entertains. You know, Corey was right. That's the hashtag every time. Because I mean, the
that's it, Corey. We have to cut Taladia out. Just kidding.
You know what? I'm gonna fix this a little bit. All right.
Oh,
yeah, great. I completely agree with you, Taladia. 100% right there.
I mean, when you took over the channel, it was a great success. Just saying.
Right.
That is still one of the funniest things that Corey has ever done. The whole Super Bro channel when he took over, like.
Yeah,
I like that one. Retro's in the house. What's up, Retro?
Retro.
Hey, Retro.
Hey, Retro.
Hey, Retro.
Good to see you this morning.
Flint, for some reason I don't see anything tagged to me yet, but maybe it's because we're not following each other yet.
Yes, Nightwing. Yes, when it all leads back to Sil, that's is why we came together.
Speaking of which, earlier today, I forgot about the selection. I don't know if it happened for the Joker AFSP statue.
Yeah.
And, I was looking through the donations and I saw all the donations that you guys did. I think it was, I saw you, Bro Corey. So that's another reason why I've been paying attention to y'all, because you talked about earlier your AFSP work and doing the, I think it's 10K that you're going to trying to get so you can do the charity streams. So
Josh, that's, thanks for noticing, man. That's so, you know, supporting the AFSP is so important to us. And one of the things that annoys us about YouTube is since we don't have that 10K subscriber count,
we love you.
Yeah, we love you, YouTube. I'll say it.
That's where they're just like, that's it. Cut these guys out. You know?
They don't allow us to do charity streams. So like when we get super chats for donations, they take a percentage of it. And when we did our
it's
first,
like 40%. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, when we did our first donation stream and we got the check for it, like this wasn't the amount that they, you know, got. We saw that they took a bunch of items, and I was like, Trey, this can't happen. We have to cover it the rest of the way. And since then, that's typically what we do. Where if somebody gave us $10 as a super chat, even though we only may get like $6, we're going to put that other $4 in. So we definitely try to put as much money as we possibly can. I don't think we have yet to take any money from YouTube yet. It's all gone.
No, Corey and I got our
$2,000+ worth. It's just on the AFSP.
we got our tax, you know, from you know being monetized, and it was like my wife even came up to us like, "How much did you make this year?" And I was just like, "All of it went to AFSP, honey, and then some." I was like, we're actually down.
Yeah. Oh, not down, but like it's all good to a good cause. Yeah.
And that's what she said. You need to start making money, man. Like, hey, you know, AFSP first, you know. No, man. Like Corey said, thank you so much for realizing that we're actually waiting on the I think, was it $130, Corey, we got from Super Chats?
Yeah, it was $130 from Super Chats.
Yeah, we're just waiting on YouTube to send that over to us so that way I can, or at least what they take out of it and leave for us to add on to later.
But that full circle stream, we were just under $1,000 total donated.
I think it was 800
830 for something like that.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Because the weekend before, with our good friend Orkin Beans 14 over on his Twitch account, he was so moved by like our community and all that we were doing for AFSP that he was like, let's team up together to do a stream on Twitch playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, because we were doing all of our Mandalorian shows. And he's like, and we'll make it all go to AFSP. So he raised, was it $400 exactly on that one, Corey?
Yeah, it was $400 exactly on that one.
All
yeah.
For his first stream with us. So
yeah. And then there was our watch party for Army of the Dead. We did another, that was back in February. Was that 200 something, Corey?
Yeah. I was there for that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So we're definitely over $1,000 this year raised for AFSP, which is awesome.
That is awesome, guys. I appreciate them.
Thanks, Josh. Yeah. And then like when Trey asked the questions during the Full Circle event, I was like, oh man, I had to bring Sam Wynn and Wayne T. Carr out full screen, because I was like, man, these are going to be like amazing, short videos to, boost and push American Foundation for Suicide Prevention as well. And those two were absolutely incredible. And, hearing their stories, especially Wayne T. Carr, like I was tearing up with both of them. Yeah. But when Wayne T. Carr started talking about how, like, you are loved, and just, that he's lost some people that from suicide and everything like that, it was just like both of them were just so touching.
And I think was it your brother-in-law, Josh, if I recall, from the Full Circle event when you were talking about it? I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I know. Did you say it's coming up to the anniversary? Yeah,
5 years in August. Actually, I've lost my stepbrother. So me and my sisters were going to be doing a walk here. Thankfully, thanks to the event, I got in touch with the LA chapter program manager there, and she hooked me up with the local chapter here in Texas where I live. And in November is his birth month, and it just so happens that the walk for AFSP is happening in my city on his birthday month. So we're starting raising funds on AFSP. We have a team going. We're number one, I think, actually right now.
Do you have a link?
Yeah, it's on my Twitter. I can
drop it in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you guys asking me about that. But yeah, it's one of the reasons why I love this community. And I'm a fan of a lot of stuff like you guys. So I appreciate that you guys are using your passions for pop culture, geeky stuff, but also using it to better this community and make people realize that there's more important things that we can be doing also while enjoying this kind of entertainment. So thanks for blending the two, because it's for an amazing cause.
No, absolutely heartbroken that you went through that, Josh. And man, such a hard loss. I can't even imagine, buddy. So my heart breaks for you and your family. But that's also amazing how it's kind of ignited that fire and passion for you to, save another's life and in honor of your stepbrother. So that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm a social worker. That's my day job. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. I moonlight as a full-time nerd.
Nice. I happened to bump into some pretty high up American Foundation for Suicide Prevention for some executive director for like a certain region not too long ago, and I was like kind of talking to him about, I was like, oh, I have this kind of a side thing, and we're all about raising money for AFSP, and she's like, oh, do you mind if I ask you? And I told her, like, obviously the Bat Channel, and that you know, specifically Zack Snyder, and they like just blew up, like so excited. They're like, "Oh my god, we absolutely love Zack Snyder," and like, you know, like just talking about like, you know, how amazing everybody is for raising over $1 million on you know, through his For Autumn charities and everything like that. And you know, she gave me a high five for being a part of it. I was like, no, I'm praising you guys right now for you know, all the work that you're doing. But then when they gave it to me, I was like, I'm going to just give this high five to the rest of the community, because the community is the ones who have raised over $1 million, and you know, and still going. It's absolutely amazing. So
all the goals,
it's
all the goals.
It's what it's always about, right? It's always
Yeah.
about AFSP, and that's the foundation. That's what, you know, has really brought us all together, and it's what should always be in our message going forward.
Yeah, raising awareness is like, that's my thing, because I like to raise awareness for you know, for preventing suicide. And like, I know somebody within my own family that actually committed suicide, and it was a really hard time for the whole family when we found out this. And so like, this charity thing is a big deal to me, because it kind of you know, raise awareness for people that are, whether you're from the UK or the States for that matter. Just raising awareness for preventing for suicide is a big key focal point, and that's why like I'm planning to do a charity stream coming up soon, just in time for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League when that comes out. When that comes
You're
out next
gamer,
year. Yeah, I'm a gamer. Yes, I'm a hardcore DC gamer. So so when Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League does release, I'll be doing a big charity stream on both on Kick and on Twitch, and essentially whatever money donations you guys sent me, I will try and donate that over to AFSP or whichever charity that deals with preventing suicide.
Awesome, man. Is that in October? Is that when they removed the release date?
They removed changed the release date from essentially it was going to come out next week for Suicide Squad Killer Justice League. Now it's coming out next year.
Ah, that's right.
So that's why I'm like thinking, you know, just to maybe do a charity event or something for the game, and you know, raise some money if I can.
Yeah,
obviously I've got to time it right, because I'm not 100% sure if I can get it all locked in, because there's always things that happen, you know, anything can happen between now and then. So
thank you for doing that, because those are, like I said, that's great that you're blending your passion with something that's going to benefit so many people around the world, because we're all human and that's what bonds us, you know?
Yeah.
So I appreciate you doing that. I'm a big Arkham series fan myself, so you'll have to let me know when it happens, because I don't know how you feel. How do you feel about the first gameplay? Because
it's mixed reviews, of course, and the always online feature wasn't a big thing for me. I was just like, no, the online always online feature should be taken out, and instead just put the just offline mode for the story campaign, so people can play the story offline. They don't need to be online for that. And if they want to play online, then they can have that feature for the end game stuff and the co-op feature and stuff. They can do that. So that I mean, that's just me though. I'm a big time gamer. I mean, I I played the MK games, I played the fighting games, I played the shooting games like The Division and Battlefront 2. I was trying to get on with these guys as well for Battlefront 2, but because they were playing on Xbox.
Yeah, we're Xbox guys.
You're Xbox guy.
And I'm a PC and PlayStation guy, so
I'm a PlayStation guy.
Yeah, so I got PlayStation 5, so I was just like,
oh, you do?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm a 4. I'm still behind. I got my 4, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I was fortunate and lucky enough to get a PlayStation 5 just in time for Gotham Knights.
How is that?
Not good. I'm going to be brutally honest.
I haven't heard the best things, and I don't have a 5, so I've been trying to avoid spoilers. But I heard, it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. But you know, if I was you, just wait until Suicide Squad, Killer Justice League, and the Wonder Woman game that comes out, because that Wonder Woman game is going to be epic because it's made by Monolith Productions. So
excited. Is there any Godzilla games?
I don't know. I can double check that though.
I don't know if there's any Godzilla games that I know of. Being a nerd, full-time nerd.
Yeah, there was actually a Godzilla game
There
in
was. Okay.
1983. Yeah, if you look in modern times, we look in 2020s. There was in Fall Guys, Godzilla Destruction. Oh, Gigabash was the last one.
Yep. The PS4 did do a Godzilla game as well. That one I think is still one of the better ones. I do miss the old kind of like Mortal Kombat Godzilla games like Save the Earth and
Yeah.
I remember that.
My man, you know.
That's
What's up,
right.
MikeZILLA? I feel like it's been a while, dude. It's good to see you, MikeZILLA. I was 6 years old in 1998, and I loved this movie. Didn't have much of the figures besides the movie and a backpack with Godzilla's head. I remember a teacher came with a kid telling him it's fake. That's awesome.
So, Trey, sorry if I kind of dived away from the actual main subject of the Godzilla topic.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're good, bro.
So I was trying to have a little bit of conversation about the AFSP stuff and what I'm planning to do for that.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, AFSP is always a theme that's welcome to talk about here. You know, we care deeply. Oh, Flint the Dragon, I just got your tweet, so I will. Corey, if I send this to you, can you show it? I'm worried that if I try to share it on my thing, my connection will drop again.
God damn it, Trey, getting that connection sorted.
Right? I think honestly, I think it's my laptop because right now it's like it's scorching hot. So I'm assuming it's being worked.
Well, you got the private.
Yep.
Also, before we get there, I found the link and I wanted to post it. Trey, do you mind pinning that link? Actually, I'm going to rewrite it. Send it to you soon.
Pin message. There we go. Yeah, no, if you know anything about our channel, yep, AFSP. We've lost good friends over the years to it, and you know, other people that we know and love that we care about. And
pin that one, Trey.
Pin which one? Oh, okay. Oh, yep. Yes. Okay.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate that.
There you go.
Yes, guys, make sure you do support
amazing that what you're doing, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. I heard about you doing that, Josh, and I think that's just so freaking cool, dude. Thank you so much. I know it's a personal thing for you, and thank you for sharing it. And
Trey, just to let you know,
yes,
I'm in the YouTube chat. The link isn't popping up in the YouTube chat. Like, we can't click on it.
Let me get you. They made me like a customizable one with my name.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, let me get you that one. I guess that one's like a direct link, and that one's like the main link. I don't know, but
because it's when you posted the link, Trey, it is like a blank thing.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah, I'll get y'all the real one.
YouTube's been doing that as of late.
Yeah, even my Twitter's been weird lately. Like I've tried to tweet like 4 things and it'll be stuck in like uploading status and it'll just hang there and not go anywhere.
Elon.
Right. Well, I heard he's leaving soon, so
oh really?
Yeah, apparently he's hiring somebody. Oh snap. BenZILLA, that is dope.
Did you see? He's in the spin.
I'm actually going to tweet out your link if you don't mind me doing that, Josh.
Sure. I'm scrolling through my Twitter real quick just to find it. I appreciate you guys doing that.
No, we appreciate you, man. You're putting in the work. You're just spreading the word, my man.
All right, here it is. Let me. I think it's like / my name or something like that. So let me make sure it's the right one first. That's not it. Here it is. Okay. Thank you, Corey. I got your notification.
Gotcha, brother.
Yeah, I'm just tweeting it out right now.
Mike Zilla says, "Oh, I loved Godzilla Save the Earth too. I even bought a GameCube and Wii for Destroy All Monsters, Melee, and Unleashed. Oh my god, yeah, the first one. Yeah, man, hours spent playing that game. Hours. Honestly, hours is cutting it too short. It was probably weeks."
Here it is. All right.
I just tweeted out. Hopefully, that was good enough.
I spelled it wrong. That's why. You guys probably found it better than I did.
Yeah, I was able to get the link, but now I got it sorted.
All right.
Corey, did you get the
Oh yeah, let me pull that up too. Sorry, I was working on some.
No,
stuff.
you're good. I know you're busy. I'm throwing.
Did you throw it at me on Twitter?
Yeah, I sent it DM'd you on Twitter.
All right, let me head over there.
All right, so I put that one. That one should be the right one for you guys. Yeah, it comes up. I forget I'm a participant in this walk, so that's the thing I was missing.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys. This is amazing work that you guys do. I like I said, I've kind of popped in. I saw Trey pop in on Sill's streams throughout the years, so I've seen that you've been, active, and you've been. Thank you all for. I see your notifications. So I really appreciate all you guys doing that for me.
Yeah, because you're doing this for AFSP, so.
Thank you.
I made sure I put the hashtag AFSP in there, so people do know what you're doing.
That means a lot, guys. Thank you all so much. Y'all are amazing. All you guys are amazing. I'm a stranger, and you're just over here like welcoming me like with open arms. So thank you so much, everyone in the chat, for supporting.
Oh no, Josh, you family, man. You family.
Yeah, family.
Thank you. It means a lot to me.
That reminds me, Trey. We gotta do a rewatch party for all the Fast and Furious films.
Ooh.
I'm actually my best mate is taking me tomorrow. He's a huge Fast and the Furious fan, and he messaged me. He's just like, "Trey, for your birthday, like I'm taking the Fast 10." I was like, "All right, done."
Is your birthday tomorrow?
Monday. Monday is.
All right. Happy early birthday.
Thank you, sir.
We gotta do something special. We gotta do something special for you, Trey.
Yeah.
No, not for me. Just chill with all y'all. I haven't decided if we're gonna do a stream, just because of the schedule. I'm not sure if it'll work out, but if we do, we'll get everyone on and we'll just hang out, just being chill. Nothing to celebrate.
Unfortunately, I'll be watching The Flash on Monday, so I'm
nice.
Not
How are you watching The Flash so early?
Early access, yeah.
I've been going to advanced screening since college, 20 years now. So I guess I'm just in the system, and I get picked for certain screenings. Somebody from Sill Nations, like I said, this awesome community, reached out to me on Facebook. They heard me. Oh, I think I'm lagging.
Nope, you're good.
Yep.
And they sent me tickets to the Dallas premiere on Friday. Just somebody who saw me on Sill's stream. And luckily today, actually, when the stream started for Godzilla, right before, I was getting notified that I had got picked for Austin tickets. So I'm going to see it in my city in IMAX on Monday with some buddies. So if I can't join you for your birthday stream, I'll try to catch,
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, that's far more exciting. I can't wait to. Part of me is like, do I want to know? Do I want to know after you see it, or do I want to experience it?
I won't spoil anything unless you really need me to. I'm a little nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous.
I'm nervous at the same time.
This film for me could either go it's amazing or it's a complete disaster. That's kind of how we feel about it.
I mean, I'm excited for, like you said earlier, Keaton. I mean, I was 1 year old when 89 came out, so I grew up with that man as the Batman. So
yeah.
Which Ben Affleck gets the GOAT for me.
Yeah. I mean, really, as I've always said, being of the Bat Channel, every person who has donned the cowl has brought something to it, that wasn't there before, or something that maybe was not utilized, as a part of the character. I do have an opinion on who I think has done the best overall job, but I think every Batman, there's something we can enjoy, even as much as it pains me to say it. Even George Clooney brought something to the table that was.
He did.
And it's not his fault for the bat nipples. I get that. But I will say his comment saying that he didn't know they were even there. How do you miss them?
Come on, George.
So you can blame Joel Schumacher on that one.
Yeah. Joe, the 90s had a weird thing about nipples. Not sure. I'm still very confused about it.
Simpler times, right? Simpler times.
Yeah.
So real quick, what's the timestamp? Because I think my favorite part's coming up. What are y'all at right now?
1:24,
Okay,
45.
I'm
46.
a little behind y'all, so let me.
Yeah, 46. We're at 50 now. 1 hour, 24 minutes, 50 seconds.
44? 1 hour 44?
No. 1 hour.
1 hour, 24, 55.
24.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Izzy. That's so kind of you. Thank you.
What are you going to do for your birthday this other than Fast X? Just celebrate with Fast X and then do a stream?
I haven't decided yet. Corey's up in Wyoming. My parents are RVing. It'll just be me and the wife, and I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I know Sarah's kind of told me what her birthday gift is to me. It's going to be the Jedi Survivor game, so I might check out that for a couple of hours. Might get lost in it.
That's a great way to spend your birthday.
Yeah, but actually, one thing, and this is kind of the silly part of it. When Sarah, my wife, and I started dating on her birthday, which is May 15th, so it's a week in front of mine.
Oh, nice.
9 years ago, I had took her to the Denver Aquarium, and then later that night to the premiere of Godzilla 2014. So it's been a year and a half or something like that since I've watched the 2014 Godzilla. So I've been in the mood to watch it again. So I might kick up the sound system and have some popcorn and just have a movie night with the wife, with the Wonder Wife.
That's the legit movie.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Dadpool.
How's it going, Dad?
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
A freeze is coming.
You get the ice. I'll get the Iceman.
I'll be the Iceman. Yeah, an Iceman cometh. Yeah, hey, man, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you pay him $30 million just to get them perfect one-liners,
And I love how he's the star. Like everything.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, and then George Clooney. Okay.
And then George Clooney, who's playing some dude in a bat suit,
Strange
How's
Marvel
it going, man?
Yes. Hey, Strange Marvel series.
How are we doing? Well. And thank you, Flint Dragon, for the early birthday wishes, and Retro Nerd Girl. I really do. You guys,
I have that available now, by the way, from Flint the Dragon. Ready for me to share it?
Oh yes, yeah. If Flint Dragon, if you're okay with it, I think at least put it in the chat right now if you don't want us to show. If that was just for me, you can say yes or no. I think it's nothing naughty,
They said yes.
They said yes. Cool, sweet. Thank you so much, Flint. And then I think Benzilla, if you're okay with it too, I'm happy to show the Godzilla puppet that you have. That's really dope.
This one.
Wow,
that's so cool.
Actual piece of Godzilla skin and Brooklyn Rebel, Bridge Rebel.
Oh, and yes, you can show this. Sorry, I didn't realize that you said it in your tweet. My bad. That's so cool.
And it's got a certificate.
Hey.
Authenticity.
Hollywood Relic. Oh, yeah, very cool. Yep. Destroyed
Very
Brooklyn Bridge
awesome.
miniature model. That's so freaking awesome.
It's so cool.
25
Oh, and you
years.
got it in 2017?
Go back.
Did I read that correctly?
Strange Marvel Theory. We're actually watching Godzilla 1998. as it
Yeah,
just
June
went.
10th, 2017.
Wow. That's cool. I'm glad they still have stuff to give out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sending that to us.
Not many people can say that they own, you know,
Some Godzilla skin. I'm jealous a little.
Hey man, if you believe Godzilla 2000, you know you're gonna get Red Generation G1. You're gonna get your own little Godzilla soon. So,
hey, if they do cloning anytime soon, we might have Godzilla Parks pretty soon. So.
You're right. Have you actually seen that logo that someone did with a Jurassic Park logo, but Godzilla's silhouette?
Oh no,
freaking awesome!
I gotta see that.
Yeah,
that sounds legit.
Man, I gotta say something to my Godzilla community. Like, you guys are like freaking phenomenal. Like, I've been like really surprised. Like, I mean, I've always been a Godzilla fan. Like, in a weird way, like Batman, Godzilla, Star Wars, and DCE and Jurassic Park. Like, all those are like my like core fandom, like what I freaking love and I'm a super nerd about. But we haven't done a ton of Godzilla content, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I knew Corey hasn't seen all the Godzilla movies, and I didn't want, you know, all that. But like the fact that every Godzilla theme we have done, and like the new people that we have gotten in our chat, you guys have all been amazing, like just freaking wonderful. So like, thank you for just being like a welcoming community, not being like, oh, you're the Bat Channel, you only talk about DC. Like, nah, you guys are like, yes, we're Godzilla fans. Makes me so happy. It's a good time to be a Godzilla fan right now. The MonsterVerse is killing it, you know.
It is.
We got world renowned artist in the chat.
Noel.
We just picked up shirts today, didn't we, Josh?
The man, the myth, the legend, guys. For my fellow Godzilla fans, if you don't know who Noel Leon Flores is, he is a incredibly talented artist, and then some. He does extra too. He is currently the artist for the comic Dreamwalker, which is done by our good friend Mikey Sutton, which is becoming a TV show soon on his streaming service in like maybe a couple years or something like that. And he is just cannot say enough wonderful things about Noel. Mega Star Wars nerd as well, my fellow man. He's taught me a couple of things about Star Wars that I haven't even known. But he designed a lot of Ink to the People. It's a company that makes T-shirts that people can create their own designs to help raise money for a charity. Obviously, ours being the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And he created all these incredible, like, just phenomenal DC characters and Justice League team up shirts that just check them out, Corey. I think you have a link. Check them out.
people.com/ZSJO. I'll drop it. Izzy, thank you so much for tuning on by. We hope you hope to see you back sometime.
Thank you so much, Izzy. Yeah, it'd be great to see you. And thank you for chatting with us, man. It's always good seeing new people.
This is my favorite part.
The baby Godzillas, huh?
Yeah.
Is it because they got this Velociraptor thing like going on?
Yeah. As a kid, I was like, oh my God, Mom, what's happening?
That's freaking awesome.
This reminds me of something. The 90s were all about dinosaurs. You remember that as a fact?
I mean, it was when Jurassic Park came out, you know, it was a phenomenon, you know, it just took everything by storm.
Their Dinotopia, I think. Do you remember that book or that
Wait, hold on. Please tell me, have you seen the series movie of Dinotopia?
No.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Dinotopia
Okay.
is like it's a TV movie,
Okay.
so it's not the highest budget.
All right.
CGI is not great, but in terms of just like the world building and obviously based off the book and stuff like that, it's I'll find a link. I think it's on Amazon for free.
It's based on the book.
I believe so. Yeah, I don't know how close it is to the book, but
okay.
I'll find it for you. I have the DVD somewhere.
Yeah, let me know.
When you said Dinotopia, man, I was like, I'm not the only one.
We're taking it back on this,
right? God, that must have come out like it was either early 2001, 2002, maybe. I don't know. There's some big actors in it though. A lot of people like it kind of went under the radar, but it's like it's a solid film, or well, TV film series, whatever they called it back then. Ben Sill says, I'm okay with these show. Oh, sweet. Yes. Look at this. Isn't this insane?
Wow.
That is so freaking cool.
That is amazing. I would be freaked out as a kid. But I mean, what was he, 6 years old? Did you say? Like,
I think so. I think it was 6. I can imagine that your pets probably go crazy every time that thing comes out.
So cool.
That is awesome. I've never seen that before. Look at those teeth too. That's a mean face. That's a mean face right there.
Right. That's actually in still really good condition too.
Mm-hmm. Took care of your stuff.
Well done, dude. Props for taking care of that.
Love it.
Thank you so much, Benzel.
Yeah.
I love this. This is so fun.
Oh, nice. Strange Marvel Theory.
Ooh, I missed that.
Oh.
Maybe when they're... I need a hand.
Retro, you have to make one.
Yeah,
I want to see Retro making one. She has.
Yes.
Yes.
Create your own design. I bet Retro would come up with something so.
This would be so cool.
Yeah.
I remember these kills being a lot more scary as a kid.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, they didn't even do anything. They just rolled around.
Oh, that's cool. It used to roar. Oh, that's awesome. So wait, how does it roar? Do you have like a clicker inside, or does it like if you open its mouth, does it trigger a mechanism?
It roars like this, Trey.
I got them in 2020 off of eBay. You can still find production pieces there. Oh, wow. That's so cool.
And start looking at eBay.
Who came up with that? I think it may have been NECA who came out with this new Godzilla statue it's ginormous. I mean, I would need a whole table to fit this thing. But they have the Mothra. It's the burning Godzilla statue where it has the Mothra wings from King of the Monsters like bursting out of him, and it's just like it's a shiny penny. I'm gonna need a lot more money. At this point, I'm just hoping one day like we'll become a big enough YouTube channel where these studios that make these things will just send them to me to look at, you know.
Yeah, y'all are on your way. You're on your way.
It'd be right, and then just like have to pack it up and send it back and be like, I might steal that one. Josh, do you have your own channel? Do you?
I don't.
It's time, brother.
It's time. I'm considering. I'm kind of like, maybe. I mean, I'm looking at my schedule. I'm really right now with work. I'm like a social worker, like I said. It is not going good. So it takes up a lot of my time. I was actually working before the cartoons and cereal this morning.
Oh man, bless your heart.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I actually, funny you say that. I'm gonna try to share it. This big monster showed up. This is a huge box from McFarlane. toys, which is all the McFarlane Flash line multiverse figures. Considering doing like an unboxing and just posting on them.
Go for it, man.
I have 4 subscribers, so I'm sure all 4 of them will enjoy it.
No, yeah, we will share it whenever that happens, man. You know the community's got your back. We'll always.
I'll like post it on Twitter or something. But yeah, I was considering doing something like that for just the Flash to see what all I got. It's like got everything in there, I guess, even the exclusive McFarlane toy stuff. So
yeah. Flint Dragon says NECA no longer has the license. I think that's Spyro Sewer Prime 1. I think it's Prime 1. You know your figures, Flint Dragon. That's awesome. I'll be fully honest with you, Flint Dragon. I tend not to pay too much attention to when they come out with new figures because I generally can't afford it. all the stuff I have back there were honestly before my wife, you know, she keeps me in check where she's like, Trey, reel it back in, you know, like we want to buy a house someday. Like, yes, but if that house had a giant Godzilla statue. So welcome people, like
yeah, that's house decorations there.
Yeah, that's hospitable. Oh, let's see. When Janet was opening the door, she was manipulating. Yeah, okay. Man, I have a hoarding problem, guys. So I too would love all the Godzillas as well.
Right.
But I have to like avoid. I'm like, no.
I know. I mean, my wife was at least kind of when we were doing like a whole. I think we did like a Godzilla Kong party last year, and my wife had like gotten the little Godzilla figures and stuff for them. So I mean, that was like $15.
I love the colors. Not bad. Yeah, the colors are cool.
Yeah, and it does have like a little the atomic breath thing that you can put in its mouth. It's all the way behind me. I'll have to get up and grab it. But yeah, man, the artists and the people behind all those designs. Like one of my favorites is Weta Workshop. I think they do incredible bust and statues like that. Like their Dark Side statue on the throne.
Seeing it in person, I was like,
yeah,
where would you I don't have anywhere. I don't think it would fit in my like I don't know where you could put that.
I was thinking about it and I was just like, yeah, I think it'd be kind of it's really weird, but just the way he's got the thinker thing, like just like somewhere in the bathroom, you know.
And it's really like it sticks out, like, so you have to have like a huge area to set it, and then make sure no one like hits it. You know, you can't really put it on like on an edge or anything. I don't know, but props to whoever has that, because that's a beautiful piece of art.
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick, man, he's giving it his all.
He knew as soon as he got in here, he's like, this is $140 million budget, and I'm the lead. Like, you will get an Oscar performance.
Yep. He's going all in. I love that. This is the part I really love.
I'm not sure if Kong had a comic series.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I would imagine at some point, but I'm not sure. This is Frank. What's his name? Frank. The actor.
The actor. He's
Hank. No, Hank or Frank.
It's like Hank Azaria.
Azaria. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I love him.
I almost said Aziz because I was like, that's not right.
Similar.
Yeah, when you think about it, there's a ton of good actors in this. They really did go for it, you know, and had a plan to really build out this particular version and universe of Godzilla. But
do you know if there was any like sequel plans that were?
There was a trilogy plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was essentially what you got with the series, you know, when the audience reaction, and even though it made money in the box office, there were initial negotiations that were happening, but the director kind of wasn't feeling it. I think the feedback he kind of got kind of said, like, maybe I should step away from this.
And the lack of toy sales, I'm sure, didn't help. So.
Yeah. So a lot of people kind of said, okay, we're not going to move forward, but they're clearly the demographics. I think they said majority of the demographics of the people who attended the box office were ages 4 through 11, and obviously parents who brought them, but it was like young boys who went to go see it. You know, I was 4 years old when I saw it. They kind of decided at that moment, it was like, okay, well, clearly we have the young demographic. Let's do a very cheap TV show, you know, animated TV show. Which it was actually, sadly, it only did 1 season, I think, but it was actually a solid show.
I remember loving it. Yeah, the promos for it too. I was like, yeah,
right? Yeah.
After loving the movie, of course, I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch that for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Strange Marvel Theory says, question, did Kong have a comic series like Godzilla? Oh, I think you already answered that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah. I know Kong does have a comic book series. Because the Monsterverse, Legendary, has their own comic book. I think it's just literally Legendary Comics. And they've been doing a whole Monsterverse line of the prequels and like sequels and stuff like that. There's actually a really cool Godzilla comic that's coming out. I think it's like Godzilla Sea of Dragons, something like that. And it's supposed to like take place in like the 1600s, you know, like 1700s, like pirate ships and stuff like that.
Oh,
and they're the legends of like the Kraken and stuff like that. I actually ordered those comics, so maybe we'll do a review of them. I don't know.
Let me know at least. Like, that'd be interesting to check out. I'm a big comic guy, so
yeah. What's I'm guessing Flash and
who's my favorite?
Yeah, who's your go-to comics?
I mean, Batman's my #1 guy, so Bat Channel, I have to, you know, shout out the band. I mean, he's the reason I love. I'll be honest, like, even though, like I said, Keaton, I was 1 when '89 came out.
Yeah,
Adam West is actually my first Batman. My grandfather used to record VHS episodes of the '66 show, so boom, pow, bam, whack was forever etched in my mind, and I think that's where I just love pop culture in general, is all because of Batman.
Yeah,
Marvel.
Man, you and I were pretty damn close. My dad was doing the same, showing me the old Adam West collection series, and I still love the Adam West stuff. I mean, Corey, what was it? What did we do? We did like a whole Adam West show.
No way.
It was the we were like the Bat Burger. We did a whole cooking show. Yeah. The Make the Batfleck movie team reached out to me, or it was one of the leadership teams of the hashtags reached out to me and said, hey, like, could you do like a fun video for like the trending event?
Yeah.
And I looked at my wife and was like, well, let's, like, people really liked we made on Batman Day Mulligatawny soup, which in the comics, that's Batman's favorite meal. So we made that soup for a show and it did really well. So they're like, can you do something similar to that? So I was like, well, what do we do? Well, let's do Adam West's, in the actual TV show, there was a Bat Burger, and that was actually cool, like Easter egg. That is the only credit that Bill Finger has for Batman.
No,
in terms of media entertainment, you know, like TV. And
yeah.
Until BVS.
BVS was the first like movie, like
Wow. He was one of the writers for that episode, so it was very cool to kind of like make our own version of the Bat Burger to also like honor him. And yeah, that was a fun episode. God, Corey, how many hours did that take us to film? We
Oh,
did a whole
dude, we
production.
did like it was probably like 8 hours or so, like
Yeah.
cooking and getting the shots.
I
And
feel like
angles
freaking
and,
Martha Stewart or something, or Gordon Ramsay.
and then I was up to like what 3, 4 o'clock in the morning editing with you.
Mhm.
I have to watch it then. If y'all put in that much work, I have to watch that. So.
Oh man, it was a blast to do it, but I know Sarah just looked at me at the end of it and was just like,
"We're never doing this.
Never again." That was like a 13-hour.
But to be honest, Trey, like that was early on in our YouTube channel. Like we were still trying to
figuring
figure
it
out how all the shooting goes and like the different angles, and then trying to figure out how to edit.
And not only that, we had our father who used to do TV, so he was very like, "No, you're gonna want to get this shot, zoom in."
Directing,
It was like, dude, like we just need to get this done, Dad. It's just like, no, budget. We're good. There was the comic Kong King of Skull Island, which is being developed into a TV series by Disney. I wasn't under the impression though that TV series. Oh wait, Kong King of Skull Island. That wasn't the MonsterVerse one, right? If I'm recalling correctly, Flint the Dragon. I think this TV series that they're doing is separate from the MonsterVerse.
Because Kong is like public domain. Is Kong public domain?
Yeah, because he was developed by RKO, Marion C. Cooper, back in 1933. So he's public domain now. At least I believe so.
We're about to get to the Batman and Superman too, right? Like
worry for when that happens. I can't wait for all the craziness that people are going to do with that.
I can't wait for the headlines.
Let's see.
Blockbuster shout out.
Yeah, hey, right? Man, that's where I used to get all my Godzilla films, going up to the VHS. I always went to the sci-fi section, and Mom's like, "What are you getting this time, Trey? Godzilla versus Gigan?"
Duh. Come on, Mom.
I should know better, Mom. Again, Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla, or maybe Godzilla Terror of Mecha Godzilla. She's like, "Trey, you already watched that one." I was like, "Yeah, but I want it again." They don't make these on DVD, Mom.
This scene is amazing. Like, what do you do?
I would have pulled some of Audrey's hair, created a rope, lassoed one of the Godzillas, and rode it out of there.
With your lasso, yeah.
That's
the way to do
it. Strange Marvel Theories. I like the Godzilla film with Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah, that was a good one. Strange Marvel Theories.
No way. That is. Yeah. And you got the Batfleck battering on it too?
Big fella.
No, that's
fine. It actually looks good.
It actually was. It turned out pretty well.
What's the
bun? It was super good. That was over 2 years ago, Trey.
2 years?
Yeah.
It does not feel that long.
What's the bun made out of? Is it
it's a typical like brioche bun, but we added black charcoal powder, which is edible to give it that dark color. Yeah.
Dark night burger.
Dark night buns.
I'll definitely look up that video. That looks
that was a fun one. Oh man, Sarah and I have done some pretty cute like couple videos. Another one that I'm like really proud of, and the production on that one as well was a bit insane. Was what did we call that, Corey? It was Bat Channel v Wonder Wife, Dawn of Mixology.
Yeah.
And it was essentially Sarah, for my birthday one year, bought me a Gotham City drink recipe book. So it's like alcoholic beverages, Gotham Batman themed, basically. So we're like, oh, well, let's make a theme of like, I'll pick a drink, you pick a drink. we'll make a video out of it and have people taste it, and whoever wins, get something. I can't remember what the prize was.
I love the fake ending here, by the way. How it looks like it was about to be over for Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It was a smart thing to do. You can't kill Godzilla.
I mean, he always comes back. He's a god.
What they needed to do right there was to have Blue Oyster Cult start playing "Bum." That
would have been tight, bro.
If they Corey
remix
video edit that. That's all you, big fella. That's a YouTube short right there, big man.
Get it viral. Get it viral.
Viral. That'd be so much fun. Oh my god. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Oh, look at the baby Godzilla.
Benzil says Audrey has plenty of hair to go around. We ride in those baby Godzillas. I'm glad you agree with me, Benzilla. That does mean a lot. I'm not sure how Audrey would feel about it, but you know what? I have a feeling she'd be a good sport if we got out of there alive.
She's hiding a lot under there. So
yeah. Oh man,
I'm a little hazy on the ending. I forget how it ends actually.
Oh,
so it might be a little surprise for me. I haven't seen this in years, so thanks for doing this, y'all. This is awesome.
I'm glad you could join us,
this as well. This has been a lot of fun.
You guys want to hear something awful?
What?
I watched it 2 days ago.
Yeah, boy.
Corey actually messaged me because he saw Voodoo continue watching because we have the same Voodoo account.
Oh, nice.
And he's just like, "Did you just watch Godzilla 1998?" I had no idea the 25th anniversary is coming, and I was just like, "Yeah, man,
duh."
It's a guilty pleasure."
I love this movie too, so I appreciate to find people who are in there with me.
Yeah, man, I feel you there. Yeah, it's received far too much hate, and I think we're at a place now where we can appreciate it for adding something new and different to the Godzilla franchise. Whether you like it,
it made me a fan of the MonsterVerse, that we have today. So I mean, I don't know if I'm a real Godzilla fan, but
no, you're a Godzilla fan, man. I love that little Jurassic Park theme there. They definitely brought some influences,
Yeah, they sure did. They knew what they were doing. They're like, "Ooh, these kids love Dinotopia and Jurassic Park. We're gonna milk them."
This is where I feel like they really go hardcore New York.
Yeah,
like which way to go? There's not even traffic, and they're like, still can't decide.
Going back to the marketing, my grandparents, they loved the little Chihuahua from Taco Bell, and they ended up, because of this marketing where he's like, "Oh, I think I need a bigger box." They ended up collecting all of I don't know if you remember the Chihuahuas from Taco Bell.
Yeah,
back in the day, and they had all of them. I think there were 12, and they all said something different and had a different Christmas themed hat.
Wow.
And there was a Godzilla one, but I can't remember what it said or what it did or what it looked like. But
if they still have it, you'll have to have them take a picture and send it for us to show people, because that'd be insane.
That's cool. I'm actually going to I actually got the GameStop exclusive Flash replica ring delivered to my grandparents' house. So I'm going to go get that tomorrow. So I'll ask him when I go.
Sweet, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, you should do an unboxing for that, too. Just make it part of all the...
That's what I was thinking. I was like, "Oh, I got that, and then I got the box. Maybe I should do a video." And just
out of curiosity, how much was the GameStop thing? Because my brother-in-law is a mega Flash fan, so I was thinking about getting it for him for his birthday.
$60, I think.
Okay,
it's got the replica, got the box certificate, and I think it has the emblem or something with it.
Very cool.
Wears. So I was like, purchase. I was like, I don't know what it is, but purchase. It's exclusive and it's the Flash.
Yeah,
so.
Just do it.
I'm a hoarder, guy, so I have problems.
Oh man, this is too much fun.
I actually got this delivered. I got from the Shazam movie, the Gal Gadot.
Yo.
I don't know if you can see it without. She's got not having her tiara on, so I have the one
so cool
on my Zack Snyder Justice League. She has the tiara, but I was like, oh, this might be the last Gal Gadot figure we get for a while. So. Might as well. Might as well.
Sadly.
Well, actually, she tweeted out about Fast Family. No spoilers. It's not spoilers. She didn't mention anything about Shazam cameo though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I heard. I mean, I won't lie. It was spoiled for me. I saw on Twitter.
I was like, he's going tomorrow.
Yeah.
No.
I just was worried if anyone else in the chat was gonna like planning on go seeing Fast X. So there's nothing happening. Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
We'll see it tomorrow.
No, it was just to do with the Shazam.
Here, yes.
That's amazing.
Lizard. Okay.
Lizard.
That's dope.
Lizard. Oh,
Flint Dragon, you must have quite a collection. I just subscribed to your YouTube channel, and I see you have quite a few videos up. So I'll have to look through to see maybe if you have. Do you have like your Godzilla collection in your channel? I'd be down to check them out.
Yeah, let me know too. That's awesome. I enjoyed Fast X, but I'm not hearing from other people that they did. So let me know what you think, Trey.
Yeah. You got to do a review of that, Trey.
Oh yeah, no, we'll definitely do a Fast X review. I personally, when it comes to the Fast franchise, I loved the first movie. I liked the second movie.
Too Furious.
Too Furious. Yeah, I loved. What was it? The fifth one where everyone came back together again.
The Rock showed up.
Yeah. And to me, where they've kind of gone wrong is that it's become too much of a heist or like we're Mission Impossible team rather than about street racing. And that's part of what I loved about the first and second one is that it was about the street racer life, driving and, it was like a different take than any other racing film. Like, Ricky Bobby or some type of NASCAR film where you're just going in circles.
I love Talladega Nights.
If you ain't first, you last. That's trademarked by Ricky Bobby Inc.
I hope someday you have a son, Trey.
Don't you put that on me, Corey.
Shake it.
Oh, man. We have way too much fun.
Got a lot of watch parties to get on.
Right? Yeah. See, like
we were talking about last night. Like you were talking about last night on Bad Dan's channel. What was the movie that we were surprised he didn't see again? Was it the? It was something Armageddon. He hasn't seen Armageddon.
Oh, Armageddon! Yeah, that's such a great film.
That's why I love Affleck. Like
yes.
Ben Affleck, Bruce Willis, William Fletcher. That's an underrated 90s film.
That cast is,
And that also turns 25 this year.
Yeah.
And June 30th is 1998 was when it came out. I mentioned it, Trey. We should consider potentially June 30th, 2023 as another watch party.
Oh, for Armageddon?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of watch parties coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing all the Indiana Jones one, gearing up for the last movie.
Junior.
I'm excited. Are y'all excited?
Oh, yeah.
I am. I'm hoping that the critics are just haters.
Bro, this is going to be exactly like a Top Gun Maverick movie. I feel like I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping that level of like redemption.
I mean, Top Gun Maverick, though, Corey, that's a unicorn of a film.
Don't you say unicorn? And because I truly believe Top Gun 3, if there is a Top Gun 3, that would be amazing as well. Just like Top Gun 1. All the Top Guns are unicorns, Trey. So how can Top Gun be a unicorn?
I have to have a little bit of hate for Top Gun Maverick because Sarah has told me Miles Teller is her celebrity crush. So I gotta throw some shit. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's a good looking dude. He was awesome in Whiplash. I can't be mad.
Oh, here's the bridge.
Oh yeah, poor Brooklyn Bridge, man. Maybe we'll save Gwen Stacy though.
You know, I know a lot of people had
George Washington.
issues with this scene, and I did too when I first watched it, because I was under the impression, you know, Godzilla's just indestructible, right? It takes like chemical, like it takes something crazier than just jets. But I loved this whole thing where they grounded it in realism, and Godzilla had more of a behavior, an animalistic behavior. They made him a creature, an animal, you know, rather than just godly force. And brilliant direction here from Emmerich and David Arnold, who did the music, because to make you feel sad and like this is like, you almost feel like this is wrong.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, there's definitely
breaks your heart a little bit.
I say kill it. Let's kill it.
This is called Superman in.
Can I mount it on my wall?
Yeah.
Oh, how's that line going? The Lost
I need some
World with
skin
Vince
back at
Vaughn.
the house.
Yeah, like Vince Vaughn says to the hunter, he's just like, man, this creature hasn't been alive for 65 million years, and the only way that you can show that you appreciate it is to kill it. You know, it's just like, well, to collect my fee. Two of the greatest predators that have ever walked the earth. One of them must take him down. Lost World, man. That was another film that
it's not that bad.
It's not. It's a film that I have grown to love more and more every time I rewatch it, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
A1T actor director Clark Johnson, television actor who starred in the show The Wire, will star in direct episodes of Daredevil Born Again.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's interesting.
I did not hear about that. That is so cool. Oh, let's see here. Sorry, I totally missed some of Flint Dragon's.
He said he's going to organize.
Unfortunately, I don't have a picture ready in my videos, but I do have stop motions.
Ooh,
that's cool.
Good.
Flint Dragon, that's awesome.
Takes a lot of work too.
I will organize my collection tomorrow. I'll send pics, but I have nearly 90 figures, not including my Jurassic collection.
Oh, okay.
You in the right place.
Yeah,
Flint Dragon. You in the right place. I'm excited.
Flint the Dragon, that's a book, isn't it?
Flint the Dragon? Isn't that Spyro? Wait, no, I don't know. Is it a book? I don't know. Hold on a second.
I'm not sure.
Flint Dragon just immediately got offensive that we didn't know.
Sorry.
Hey, I'm the one who raised the question.
Now
it is a book. How did you know it was a book, Corey? Have you even read these books?
No. But I recall it's an older book, I want to say. Like, I'm trying to think. This is like pushing.
Well, I apologize.
Maybe it's not an older book. When did it come out? Like, I could have swore
I'm seeing
it come across it. Like, I want to say maybe Amazon or something like that, and searches for like dragon gifts for you and stuff like that.
Look at you know a lot.
So yes, but my channel was named this before the book came out, and it has nothing to do with me.
Oh.
Nice. Hopefully they're paying you royalties.
Right. Yes. Call them up right now and speak with them. No, so when I saw your profile, Flint the Dragon, I immediately thought, because Purple Dragon, I was like, oh, it's Spyro. You know?
Right. That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see how you say Spyro.
Yeah.
90s kids for the win.
Massive Shy.
What's up, Massive Shy? It's good to see you, Alejandro. Alessandro. Did I say Alejandro? What is wrong with me? Alessandro. Wow, man. Is it
too much Lady Gaga?
It's almost 10 o'clock.
I think my Godzilla started lagging.
Oh no.
What y'all's time did y'all have?
Where is Philippe?
He's just getting the phone call from Philippe now, if that helps. Corey, what's the time code that you have?
Oh, I have 20812.
208. Okay, thank you. We're trying to remember if there's like a post-credit scene or anything, or
kind of. There's no post-credit, but they show it at the end of the movie.
Okay. I was like, there's got to be something. I remember something. It's like, it can't end like that. I remember being a fan of this movie.
They're still here.
I don't recall. Does his character come back in the animated series? I don't recall Philippe's character returning.
Not sure.
Oh, yep. And here you go.
It always left open the possibility of a second, huh?
Of course. Well, I mean, and also you knew fans were Godzilla fans are gonna be
Wasn't that where the animated series one came from?
What's that?
Isn't the animated series this dinosaur that?
Yes, it's this. They literally the animated series starts pretty much immediately after this movie.
Yes, Philippe's character does return in the animated series.
He does. Okay, cool. I just started rewatching them again after, I don't know, since I honestly haven't watched them since they were on TV. You know, come on.
All right.
Doing that cashmere cover. Puff Daddy.
Whatever, turn it up.
This was a dope tune, I won't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from that moment on, my parents hated me because I was watching Godzilla.
Remember this Trey? Rap Trey.
Rap Trey. Jesus. And I was trying to be, look at me, I'm cool. I'm 4 years old. I have no idea what Rap Trey means. All I know is Puff Daddy's awesome. Oh my gosh.
It's such a good song, man. Wow.
It's a dope tune, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I just realized Matthew Broderick's last name is Totopoulos in this movie.
Yeah, they used his Pat's last name for this character to
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was just answer this one, by the way, Trey? I'm sorry. Is that what you're asking about? So we don't stream the videos. We don't want any copyright.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not really. I mean, unless if you know a way, Strange Marvel Theories, that we can sync up and send a link to.
There are ways that I've looked at, but it only allows for so many guests. That's.
I saw that. Amazon Prime has a watch party option.
Yeah, and so does Disney Plus. So it's something that I want to play with, but I think Disney Plus only allows for so many as well. So.
Oh, okay.
The only way you could do it is that I'll tell you after the stream that I think we can talk about.
It's so dope.
Yeah.
And when they start using the Godzilla roar in the remix, I'm like, drop the mic. This is dope.
Are you like?
I write, like some kids like, I don't know. The amount of times I made that roar at my parents, they're like, Jesus.
I'm never taking into
it's bad when people write just the screen, and you're like, yep, I know exactly what that person just typed. Oh, God. That's hilarious.
Shout out to all the Godzilla songs out there.
Yeah.
Blue Oyster Cult. This one. Godzilla.
What a movie.
Yeah. What is the Godzilla fandom called? Is there a name, a name for the Godzilla?
Oh, like a name for the fandom?
Yeah.
It is Monarch Monsters.
Oh no! He's not talking about our.
That's the name of the fandom.
I love that. I love
Monarch Monsters. Well, maybe there you go.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know if we've ever. I mean, just from my interactions with different Godzilla fans on social media, they all seem to be pretty chill. Just there's not really that not aggression's not the word, and I don't want to say passion because Godzilla fans are passionate too, but like it's a much like calmer demeanor, I guess you could say, rather than like it's not like they're not tweeting about it. They're like nonstop. Yeah, Godzilla-ites, you know, like they ruined Godzilla, fire the studio. It's not like that or anything, you know. And I think part of that maybe comes from, you know, I mean, Godzilla fans we've had good times, we've had bad times. We've seen good movies and bad movies. You know, it's to us when there is a bad movie, you kind of just shrug and go like, I got what I wanted, which is a Godzilla fight, you know, and Godzilla kicking ass. I don't want to say we're like easy to please, but I mean, as long as you don't do something completely trash, you know, it's, you know, I mean, though, then again, this film got torn apart heavily by Godzilla fans, but just like the Lost World Jurassic Park, it has kind of gained a nostalgic following, almost kind of like the prequel trilogy for Star Wars. I think people who just grew up on this film and it was their introduction to Godzilla kind of found a love for it, you know?
And thankfully you all are doing the stream and got this amazing community and brought me in here. So we got a whole lot for this movie.
Thank you. It's so good having you guys here. I always thought watch parties, and I've always been honest with our followers. I always thought watch parties were kind of like a silly thing, but they're so fun because of the people in the panel, but the people in the chat too. Like the things you guys hear about, like, oh, this is what this meant to me when I saw this movie, or like hearing people have the same reaction or maybe a different opinion about the movie is very, it's like warming to see. It almost helps you relive the moment you saw it in theaters, you know?
Yeah. Very true.
There he is, Patrick Tatopoulos, Designs Inc. Godzilla.
The man.
Trey Strange Marvel Theory said, how did they even come up with the Godzilla's roar?
Oh, this was very cool. I think Akira Ifukube, who was also the composer of the 1954 Godzilla movie, it was kind of really crazy. If I recall exactly, they took a bass and they got a metal glove and they just like moved their hand down the frets, basically, you know, the board. And that's how they got the, you know, little vibrato.
It sounds like a bass now that you say that.
Yeah. And then they just obviously ran it through some different sounds, stuff like that. And over time, they've tweaked it a little bit, but it's stayed pretty consistent, you know, and just kind of like it is with James Bond, you know, there's certain things you expect that character to say. Godzilla is very much the same way, you know. But yeah, it was a cool way to figure out how to do that roar. Yeah, kind of whoever thought like, hey, let's take a metal glove, or it was either a metal or a leather glove, something like that. I think eventually someone used a metal glove. But yeah, man, just the cool stuff they did.
You know your stuff, Trey, man. That's awesome.
I try. I mean, I always find that stuff fascinating. Like I love watching the special features of a movie.
Yeah.
To figure out how they did that. Because it just helps me appreciate it like all the more. Because like I mean, look at this. We're still 2-3 minutes into the credits, and we have not stopped about all the people that have helped on just this film back in the 90s.
Right.
You know,
this was amazing for the time.
Yeah. You know, it's just like cool to. I'm that weird person that also, when when any movie ends, I sit in the theater and I watch the entire credits, not because I'm expecting a post credit, but what I want to do for a career in the future is be a music composer for film, especially. So to me, this is the moment where the composer gets to shine, right?
Yep.
Now, for this particular film, they decided to use their
fantastic 90s music, baby.
Yeah, 90s music song list, you know, which is fine. But even though David Arnold did an incredible score for this movie, you know, good fun soundtrack too to make everyone feel good when they leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I enjoy this film. I like I said, I've grown to love it more and more because I know. Oh, yep. And then in memory of Tomoyuki Tanaka, who, I forget, he died like a month before pre-production. Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate, but hey, Godzilla continues to live on. He's staying strong. Coming up on oh gosh, is it 80 years? Let's see, 1954. No, 70.
No,
we're coming up on 70 years.
70 years, because if it was 80 years, you're talking Batman years, mate.
I was just thinking that. I was like, no, that's Batman, who just had the recent anniversary of 75.
No,
so I was like,
Superman was the 85th, just recent. So
yeah. Batman's next year, I think. Right?
Yeah, Batman's
so.
Next
Yeah, because Superman was 1938, Batman was 1939. Yeah.
They actually did a 80th anniversary here. I don't know if y'all familiar with Austin, where I live, but we have the largest.
Corey, can you use?
Oh, yep. Sorry.
Yep. Sorry, Corey had the movie still playing, and I was just like, "What do we do?" No, you're good. Sorry, go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, they actually did the 80th anniversary. DC Comics came to my city and did a bat signal birthday party for Batman, because we have the largest colonization of Mexican free-tailed bats in the U.S. They all come to our city and underneath a bridge, and then at night they fly out. So it's basically like the Batman Begins-esque scene where Christian Bale is baptized in bats.
Josh, you know what you need to do now? The next time this happens, you need to go full Batman suit and just stand in the middle and have someone videotape you.
Yeah, I have videos. I actually was interviewed by Rooster Teeth in DC when DC Universe was around. But it's pretty awesome. Just a little bat channel. Throw that in there.
Josh, you're doing all this cool stuff, man. Like, it's time. It's time, brother. We got you. If you ever want to do that YouTube channel, we'll back you up. We subscribe.
I love being a part of you guys' community. I appreciate the motivation. I'll consider it. But I appreciate coming and supporting you guys. And
that means a lot, man. It's seriously, it's always a blast, like having you guys here. And it's just to enjoy the themes that we all love and we're passionate about. It's just good to share it with y'all. Now that we've seen this movie fresh in our minds, you guys want to go around? What's your thoughts? Is it as bad as what some people said, or it's actually enjoyable? Talati will do you, then Josh and Corey, then
it's still enjoyable. I mean, you can't really, say it's a bad film. You gotta remember, this is the 90s. 90s were about dinosaur and eggs and all of that stuff, right? So for a time, a film for that time still should stand the test of time. That's my opinion on that. So I'll let Josh go next, actually, because I think as he's our guest, your guys' guest, I should say, in terms of first appearances in the Bat Channel. So
thanks. I did jump in late, so I didn't see the whole thing, but a lot of what I remember was a lot more terrifying as a kid than what I actually saw with you guys today. I actually, to this day, I'm not really a horror guy. I don't like scary movies. But I love psychological thrillers, and I love The Walking Dead. So I'm a little bit of a hypocrite. But I was watching The Kills here, and I was like, I remember being freaked out as a kid. So it was a lot more tame.
I was very scared of like the whole egg scene and stuff like that, where they started coming out at you like that, popping out, and man,
when the hand like comes out too, and like
I was like, I forget, like, I guess now we're so desensitized to like the violence that, you're just like, oh yeah, it was so bad. But I'm like, it was pretty tame. But I enjoyed it. Like you said, Trey, a lot of what you said when you started the stream, I was listening to is very much why I was a fan, why I'm a Godzilla fan. I'm not super familiar with the Toho stuff, like the actual. But this kind of brought me into watching the new films. So it's still near and dear to my heart. I forgot how it ended. Very heartbreaking. So don't like that, but love the ending. And it's a classic. 25 years later, like we're watching this film. So, and being a part of the good community is a plus as well. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I hear you there for sure. Super bro, you King Kong loving punk.
You know, I respect Godzilla as well. I'm probably freezing a little bit, but hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, so I still respect and love Godzilla as well. It's one of those things that, though, Trey, that since we're brothers, you picked Godzilla, so I'm going to have to go with Kong. So that's the biggest reason why I'm Team Kong. But I still respect Godzilla, and Godzilla in 1998 actually was the first Godzilla movie that I was like, all right, Godzilla's not that bad. He's pretty cool. You used to love the old Japanese Godzilla movies and everything like that, and I wouldn't even want to sit around and watch them with you. But after the Godzilla 98, I was like, okay, maybe I will sit through this and see what's going on. So I think Godzilla 98, whether you love it or you hate it, it definitely opened the doors for a love and a new appreciation for a younger generation to fall in love with Godzilla. If it wasn't for the 98 Godzilla, would we be having these Godzilla movies now? It's something that I think about and wonder, and I wonder about, clearly, outside of you, like, is the old, Godzilla movie generation community fairly large, Trey? You're besides the people that come in here and say, that the community that supports it as well, there's not very. I don't pay attention to it as closely as you do.
If anything, I would say that there's probably a ton of people who don't start on the old movies anymore. Because of my dad, he started me off with the 1954 Godzilla King of the Monsters, watching creature features and stuff like that. And so that I was excited when this movie was coming out in theaters, when I was 4 years old. I was like, yes, Godzilla. And being, like you said, a huge Jurassic Park fan, and seeing a dinosaur version of Godzilla was like very intriguing, and something that was fast paced and action, and like a Godzilla that could come at you, rather than he's going to stomp around and he's just going to knock everything out of his way. It was kind of intriguing to have this agile Godzilla. So like you said, Corey, I think, this movie opened the door for a lot of the new generation. And to kind of give you another little history, theme with Godzilla here, when it comes to especially America, they actually tried to make a Godzilla film in 1983 when 3D was starting to become a really big thing. Someone had the idea of like, well, let's make a Godzilla 3D movie. And they were working on it. They were trying to find the funding, and they actually got someone to make a design of Godzilla. And it was like they were going to do like stop motion animation for the 3D. And it was very classic T-Rex, the tail on the ground, big, fat, round head. If you ever look at the design, you'll kind of go, probably a good thing we didn't do that. It was very much, it probably would have been received the same way Jaws 3D was received, which was not great. So it got dropped, but America, kept trying to come back to it. So, back again in 1992, with Sony purchasing the rights from Toho to get Godzilla, and they had Stan Winston's crew trying to design a Godzilla. And it was still very classical, very Showa era. But just with like a gator skin twist to it. They couldn't get that movie to go because budget reasons. They're like, oh, it's too expensive. And we don't know how well it's going to do with the audience, because Godzilla is kind of silly. Because at that time, Godzilla was kind of perceived, because of the whole campy era in the 60s. It was silly. You weren't going to make a serious movie out of Godzilla. That's what people kind of thought back then. And then finally, because of Independence Day, Roland Emmerich was able to come in and kind of say, hey, I want to create another, disaster film, but with the Godzilla character. We have this IP. Let's see what I can do with it. So it was a bit of a process. And while it wasn't received review-wise successfully, the box office said that there's an audience there who wants to see Godzilla films because it almost made all of its money back just domestically. So I think, yeah, in a way, this 1998 film had a lot of people hyped waiting to see Godzilla films. Like even when, because Sony technically, or TriStar, I guess you could say, TriStar still had the rights for Godzilla the next 5 years, but they weren't going to make any Godzilla films. So they teamed up with Toho and they said, Toho, you can continue to make Godzilla films. We'll just slap a label on it and release it here in the US. So the next big film that they came out with was Godzilla 2000. And it did have a limited theatrical release, and that actually did pretty well in theaters. It wasn't received well again, but once again, Hollywood just cares about the money it makes, and in their minds, there's money there. So it definitely opened the doorway to the legendary monsterverse that we have now. So yeah, Corey, it's a gateway Godzilla movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Godzilla Guy 1998 is greater than Shin Godzilla, he says.
Really? Godzilla, you're gonna have to explain that one to me.
I gotta debate that.
Yeah, I mean, not that I disagree with you. I mean, personally, I think Shin Gojira I think it's a really cool film, and it's one of the riskiest films that Toho has ever done for a Godzilla movie. So that's why I appreciate it. Especially, have you guys seen Shin Godzilla?
I've seen clips, but not the whole thing.
Okay, we might have to do a watch party for that one someday.
Okay.
Let's see, that was 2016 when that one came out. I think technically they called it Godzilla Resurgence was the US name they used.
Okay.
They do something, and it's been a movie I've wanted to discuss with people for so long because something happens at the end of the movie that's so mind-bending for Godzilla that I was like,
okay.
Literally, when I saw the shot that happens, I like jumped out of my theater seat and was like looking at my wife, going, "What does that mean? What is that? Where are they going with that? What is happening?" I'll tell this quick little thing. How I also knew that I was going to be marrying a good woman at that time because we were just dating at that time. She knew I was a big Godzilla fan. At that time, she didn't really watch any of the old Godzilla movies other than what I had shown her at that moment. And she was kind of like, the MonsterVerse she dug. Everything else, she was kind of like, it's silly and campy. I can't really dig it. Corey, are you typing under my account? I will not have you lie to Orchid Beats 14 about King Kong. But she tells me, she's like, "Hey, I have a surprise for you. Like, I'm gonna take you on a date tonight." I was like, "Oh, you're taking me on a date? Like, this is wonderful." Like, she takes me to the movie theater, and I'm like looking around, like, what are we seeing? Like, there's nothing in theaters that I want to watch right now. And I'm like looking around, everyone's wearing Godzilla shirts. I'm like, what? Like, what is happening here? And she's like, I found a theater that's showing this new Godzilla movie called Shin Godzilla. And I was like, oh, so excited. But here's the best part. Sarah had no idea what she was walking into. She had no idea that we were going to sit down in this movie theaters and it was going to be in Japanese with English subtitles.
You're in a whole different world.
Whole new world, right? So we start watching the movie and obviously the first dialogue starts happening and she kind of just looks around and is just like, did they put the wrong one on?
Oh, no.
And she's like, should I go up and talk to him? And I start laughing. And I had to look at her and I was like, babe,
this is my present, right?
Yeah. I was like, this is how you watch Godzilla movies that were made from Toho in theaters. When they get released here in the US for the weekend, they do it this way. You have to watch it in Japanese. Yeah. And she was like, so there's no English dub? And I was like, no.
No.
Like, this is it.
And she sat through the whole thing.
She sat through the whole thing.
That's true love. That's true love.
True love. She didn't walk out right there and she said, "You on your own, man." Like, I'm going on a date with this dude, But no, good woman right there. But Shin Godzilla, I dig that one. It's a fun movie. I would love to discuss that one with you guys someday. Mask of Shy says, yes, Shin is GOAT in my opinion, alongside Godzilla versus Destroyer. Oh man, that's a classic. Godzilla versus Destroyers. I know a lot of people were hoping Destroyer would show up at some point in the MonsterVerse. Maybe the new one. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
We will. I mean, I won't. There's a reason why, and I think a lot of people with the MonsterVerse community, and this is one part where the Godzilla fans are being a little bit vocal when it comes to the MonsterVerse, is that they're a little upset that they're not bringing back like more Toho characters, and I understand their frustration with that because that's part of the fun. Like, when are we going to see Anguirus? When are we going to see Gigan? When are we going to see King Caesar, or any of these cats? But at the same time, every time Legendary wants to use one of those guys, they have to get Toho's permission and pay extra.
Right.
They don't want to do that, which is why the first Godzilla movie, when they weren't really sure how it was going to work out, Gareth Edwards made his own villain. He made the Muto, something he didn't have to pay extra to make this movie. So that way they could have more of a chance to make a return. Once they saw a huge return back, then all of a sudden you kicked in, oh, we're going to have King Ghidorah, we're going to have Rodan, we're going to have Mothra,
licensing money.
Yeah. All the, well, see, licensing, that's a concept we've,
topic of discussion.
Yeah. Full circle there. Benzilla Studio says, my favorite Godzilla movie is Godzilla versus Destroyer. I was born in 1995. Yes. I love it, dude. I liked Godzilla versus Biollante. I haven't seen that movie in years, but my memory of it says that movie was a magical Godzilla film. I wish there was a place to purchase it. I have not found it yet.
Yes.
Corey, I just sent you something through Twitter. Flint, the Dragon, sent me another really cool collection of Godzilla stuff that they have. So can you pull that up in just a moment?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Orkin Baines. I just finished Godzilla versus Megalon. Give me a Jet Jaguar movie. Oh, see, you got the Jet Jaguar stuff, huh? Yeah. I think if I recall, is that the one where Godzilla flies? I think it is.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert, Godzilla can fly.
Oh, that's the news.
He defies all physics.
This is news to me.
Right. Flint says, Shin was an interesting film to me. I went in not sure about the film, but ended up enjoying it a lot. Interesting concept. Would like to see it revisited. Yeah, that's how I feel about Shin Godzilla too, is that that one like demands to be discussed. It's like a Zack Snyder film where I feel like people left the theater kind of going like, what? I'm not really sure how to feel about that. But I feel like every time you rewatch it, you see more hidden messages and deep meanings. And the potential of what could happen next, and in itself is exciting. Holy cow! Look at this collection.
Spyro,
the Spyro, yeah.
Spyro, yep.
Dope.
Yeah.
Is that the Godzilla coin, like piggy bank box right there that I'm seeing?
Oh, in the front.
Oh, you even have the Godzilla. See the Biollante in the back there? Like, oh my god,
that's awesome.
The burning Godzilla. Man, this is a great collection.
Oh, I see Doppelganger from Spider-Man in
there. And I dig it, the big Godzilla statue. I think wasn't that if I recall, was that the 18-inch one? Flint, that may be. Oh yeah, look at that thing.
That's the 2014 or the.
Yeah, it's the 2014 because the dorsal fins are a little shorter. That's cool. I tried to convince Sarah.
Whoa!
Oh, holy hell! Look at that. Oh man, that's like oh my god! You even have the new Netflix Godzilla.
Which one?
It's the one kind of in the center. He's a little bit stockier in the legs.
Okay,
yeah.
Godzilla Singular Point, I think it was called.
Nice.
King Caesar, look at you. That is a collection. And suddenly I feel like I'm no longer a Godzilla fan because I don't have anywhere to this amount of epicness.
You've been out Godzilla.
That darn wife.
Been one upped. Honey, we need to discuss. She's gonna come in and be like, do you want the house or do you want the statues? Like,
and you have to make that one choice.
Statues and a shittier house.
Awesome.
Oh man, that's so cool, Flint. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I'm looking forward to checking out your channel and like seeing more of the content and the videos you have there. But that's some crazy stuff. Pacific Giant Godzilla. Okay.
Yeah.
You should see my Nightwing. You got a collection? You should send that to us sometime, man. See, this has
Collection
become a collection show. You know,
it's a collection stream.
Right. Well, guys, as we start to wrap up tonight, first off, once again, I just want to say thank you to hanging out with us. And Talati, I know it's extremely late for you, or early, I guess I should say.
Yeah, 5:15 in the morning.
The man was at a wedding earlier and then did 2 streams later with us now with Watch Party. Like,
I did a stream with Comics League, Jared from Comics League, and I've just done a stream with you guys just now.
So, Ladia, tell us what you got coming up on your channel and just your final thoughts, good sir.
Well, I've got the Superman and Lois watch along, episode 9. Live reactions with myself, Jahi, and Jared from Comics League. And Josh, if you're more than welcome to join, let me know. And via DM on Twitter, and we can get you on the panel for sure. And also on the same day, on Wednesday, I'll be doing the PlayStation Live Showcase reactions. Because it's a big deal because the PlayStation is having the first showcase in about 2 years. And potentially we could be getting Marvel Spider-Man 2 there. And furthermore, like MK1, I'm a big fighting game genre fan, so as you can tell, I'm a big gaming fan. So so I'm just excited to do some content for that, and I'll have guests on, and it'll be very entertaining. And you know, if you guys want to be there for the stream on my Twitch page, which is twitch.tv/Taladia Plays, I will tweet that out on my Twitter page at Taladia Plays on Twitter. Then you guys can hop in and see what I'm reacting to. And I'm also going to be doing a stream with a video collab with Comics League on his channel.
Nice.
We're going to be talking about something comic book related, so stay tuned for that, because that's going to be very, very interesting. It could be Blackest Night, it could be Brightest Day. We don't know yet.
Nice.
My man, that's gonna be exciting. I can't wait to see when that's revealed. And when is that stream or that video gonna be released?
Well, we're still planning up to date. It'll be sometime next week. That is for sure. But the Superman and Lois show will be the first. Superman and Lois show reaction stream will be the first one up at 12:15 a.m. on Wednesday. Then at 1 p.m. Pacific District time is the PlayStation Showcase live stream on the same day. Very cool.
Well, guys, you know what to do. Subscribe to my man Talati and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of those upcoming videos. It's always great content.
Mind if I post a link to my YouTube page?
Yes,
absolutely. Please. Yes, do it. Always welcome me, especially like for the people in the chat. If you guys have YouTube channels, I am always cool with you guys posting your links up in YouTube, you know, and just letting people know that you have content to, you know.
Yes. Sorry, Talati, my notepad's not working right now. I usually have everybody's stuff, and it won't let me bring up my notepad.
There you go. I posted in the private chat. So.
Thanks, brother.
So that's my YouTube page for the Superman Lois live stream, and let me get my Twitch page so people can follow me there on the Twitch page. Because that's where mainly when I do my podcast show for Into the Multiverse, a DC Comics podcast. I talk everything DC on that. And so whenever there's news for, let's say, the new DCU, Snyderverse, comics, video games, you name it, we cover it all on Into the Multiverse, a DC Comics podcast.
Very
So
cool.
stay tuned because there will be episode 3 coming up pretty soon.
Exciting stuff. Well, guys, there's the link. Make sure you go over and subscribe to Taladia Plays
I've just posted a link to the Twitch as well. There you go.
and to the Twitch. Yep, go ahead and follow them over there. If you don't have a Twitch account, make one. Do it, because we also have Orc and Beans 14 over there that you guys need to check out. Follow them both. Build this community. We love it. Just do it. Just do it.
Do
My
it
man
now.
Josh. What you got coming up, brother?
Oh, I'm just a guy, y'all. Like, I appreciate all you guys inviting me with open arms. Like, I'm a stranger. Like, I really don't know you guys other than, your handles, but I do feel like I know who you are because I have seen the work you've been doing. And I've told, I've been on a stream with Still Nation, and I've been on a space with Sky because we just met at Full Circle. And but I've been around the YouTube space for a while as a watcher, and I'm just a nerd, and I think a lot of us have the same type of interest. So I think it's amazing that Bat Channel, Super Bro Corey, you guys have a platform and have really brought amazing people like Taladia Plays here together, and I appreciate interacting with everyone in the chat. You guys are awesome. Like, I appreciate y'all welcoming me with open arms. I'm just a fan. I'm a big geek, so I love hanging out with you guys. So appreciate all the love and support. And thanks for welcoming me here.
And make sure you guys do go support Josh's charity thing that he's doing for AFSP. It's a great cause, guys, and as much money as you can give, raise the awareness, spread this message to all your friends. Let your friends know about what Josh is doing because it's a special cause. So, and make sure you follow him on Twitter as well. So that's another thing. I'll get you that link now, Super Bro Corey, for Josh.
Josh, before we close up, can you tell people about your walk and again about like some of the information so that people know as we start to close out?
Yeah. It's actually going to be, so I think the best thing to do, I've had actually people ask me, they thought I was like a LA local, but what I did to get in touch with the AFSP representative was there was a booth at the Full Circle event, and I just went every day and talked to the different volunteers and representatives. I'm a social worker. That's my day job, and helping others is something I'm very passionate about. Growing up, I just, grew up with family members who had a lot of, troubles, a lot of friends who had a lot of troubles. And so helping others is something I'm passionate about. And the work that this community, namely, I'm a big part of the Snyderverse community, but the AFSP movement, and it really means a lot to me. And I know it means a lot to everybody here on the panel. So I would just recommend, if you would like, I do have a few contacts from people from AFSP, so you can reach out to me on Twitter or something, and I can try to get you in contact. But basically, I just got in touch with the representative in LA, and she connected me with the Central Texas chapter here in my local city. There's walks happening all around, like all around the U.S. at different times, and just so happens that my stepbrother's 5-year anniversary of his suicide is actually his birthday month this year in August. August is his anniversary, and then his birthday month is November, and that's when the walk is. That's how it it's working out. So me and my sisters put together a team, and we will be walking in memory of my brother Chaz. And so yeah, I can try to, if anybody's interested in participating in the walk in their local area, let me know, and I can try to get you connected with somebody in your area. I'd love to do that to help anybody in this community. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this in November and raising funds for a very important cause. So thank you all for letting me have a platform to share that.
Thank you, man, for seriously. I know that's always sensitive and difficult to talk about. And I appreciate you being open with us and to kind of, you know, allowing us to grieve with you, and also to know that there's people that we're not alone, right? Everyone has had something similar to this, and there is help out there, like the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. But guys, if you can't, as we always say, if you can't donate to AFSP, the best thing you can do, give your friends, your family a call. Let them know, like, hey, haven't heard from you in a while. How you doing? If they say they're okay, or say like, I'm fine, it's like, you know, life is just life, you know. Just say like, hey, it's gonna be all right. If you ever need me, call me. You know, sometimes it's the greatest thing you can do is either that smile, that phone call, just letting someone know I care, I want to hear from you, you know, to know that someone's there. Yep. And that you're loved.
Yes.
Yes.
You're not alone.
That is true, guys.
No, absolutely. And yeah, Josh, it was an amazing story that you had there and that you shared with us, and absolutely heartbroken for you. It's funny. You mentioned like, you know, we don't know each other all that well, which is true, but it's funny. We know of you. You've been around in this community for a long time. We've seen you pop up here and there, and there's just something about you, Josh, that, you know, shows that, you know, you're a real one, a true person of good character, and just something, you know, original, you know, about you that has this just caring personality. And it makes total sense now to hear that you're a social worker as well. That definitely takes a special person, and we can definitely see that in you. And your goal of, you know, supporting AFSP definitely, you know, shares our goal and mission of it all. And we love that authenticity of, you know, the real support for this cause. So absolutely appreciate you there, brother. And thanks for sharing that story.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, Corey. And Trey.
Well, guys, seriously, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Thank you to everyone in the chat for all the new people that were hanging out with us today. It was really exciting to hear from my fellow Godzilla fans who celebrate the 25th anniversary of this insane film that happened. That's, you know, I think has just gathered love over time. And it's cool to kind of be with those people, and to also hear different opinions of people who didn't quite care for it, you know, to kind of get their thoughts and maybe see.
Oh, what would you rate it, Trey? We didn't really do that, but and if you're still around in the chat, make sure you put your rating in there as well. I can start it off for us.
Yeah, I gotta think about it.
You know, I'm going to give this an 8-1. To me, in reality of movies, for me, this is probably more in the 7 side of things as far as like the types of movies that I like to watch. But I give this an 8-1 because it's a movie that opened the door for Godzilla. There's a lot of, you know, fond memories of it. I truly enjoyed it, and it opened the door for Godzilla for me. Big, you know, I know some people have issues with the acting and stuff like that, but, you know, I'm a huge Matthew Broderick fan, so it worked extremely well for me. So even though this is not really my genre of movies, I still hold this one highly. It's worth the watch numerous times, closing in on masterpiece level.
Wow, I'm actually surprised by your score, Corey.
Yeah.
Huh. To Lottie, do you have a score for it?
Yes, I do, and it's 7.8 out of 10. Nice.
Yeah, and Josh, how about you?
I'm kind of in line with Corey, honestly. I really, like I said, loved this as a kid. It kind of brought me back good memories. So the only thing, no King Kong. So I'm going to go 7.9.
There we go. Oh, man. Could you imagine that? Zilla versus Kong? I'd love that.
That would be amazing, right?
Oh, man. I'm like struggling with mine because like I'm trying to taken, like, part of my brain is saying, like, because normally I try to be like extremely fair with a score and try to take nostalgia out of it.
I included it on this one. Yep, you can't.
Yeah,
I can't take nostalgia out of this one because it was the first Godzilla film I saw in theaters, and while it wasn't the first Godzilla movie I ever saw, it definitely locked in the Godzilla fandom for me forever. Like it just set it in stone, and it was like there was no leaving Godzilla after this.
Look at your background, like look everything.
Yeah.
It's amazing,
right? So
just do it, Trey. We know what you're going to score it at.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to agree with Josh on this one. I think I'm going to give it a 7.9.
Whoa.
Okay. I will say initially I was thinking 7.5. Like I was going to be like 7.5. That cuts me from nostalgia. It's a good film. I enjoy it. But I was like, I like it. I do like it. I rewatch it all the time. I tend to find myself like when I'm busy working and I just need sound to be in the background, it'll be a movie that like I'll put on and I'll just continue working, So yeah, I love it. It's nostalgic to me. Still
nice. That's a good score.
Yeah,
still a good score.
I'm surprised you gave an 8.1.
Yeah, I give an 8.1. It was funny because I was sitting at that 7.9 area. But I was like, you know what, the nostalgia value and like, I just, the appreciation for it opening the door of Godzilla to a new generation.
Yeah.
So that appreciation puts it in an 8 for me.
Yeah.
That Puff Daddy. That Puff Daddy.
Yeah, Puff Daddy.
It was the Puff Daddy song that pushed it over.
Funny that you say that. But Bat Fanatic gave it a 7.4. Hashtag Restore the Snyderverse guy gave it a 7.7 and 9.9 for
it's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece. We like that. We love those numbers. 8.2 from Trevor H. Thank you so much for letting us know your scores, everybody. That was great. Yeah.
Oh, it was cool. So wait, did you watch it? Did you watch it that week?
Did you watch it? Yeah.
Like it's on Tubi for free if you ever want to check it out all the way through. I recommend, but I would say it's also worth, I think usually it's like $4.99 to rent. I would say it's worth that. To check it out once and decide from there.
It's also on YouTube, just saying.
Yep, YouTube there. So guys, check out Godzilla 1998. 25 years. It gets better over time. It's
happy
like
birthday,
a fine
Godzilla
wine.
1998.
Happy birthday, Godzilla 1998. And
happy birthday, Godzilla.
Patrick Totopoulos, kudos to you, man. I know your design originally received hate because it was not what people were expecting Godzilla to look like. But in a way, you kind of opened the door to give Godzilla I mean, look what Toho has done since, this movie. They haven't been afraid to really renew Godzilla's look, even in the Millennium Era, where they gave him kind of a more edgier, spikier look. And then to, what they've done with Shin Godzilla, that was a completely insane idea. While it really took influence from the original, it's very different, and they kept expanding upon it as the evolution went through in the movie. And even in the anime, Godzilla's basically made of earth, and rock and wood, and it's like that. What an insane idea there. Like, they've constantly renewed Godzilla's design, and while this film was probably the first to kind of take the hit of it, I truly believe it allowed people to kind of say, okay, this is expected. I'm gonna get a new version of Godzilla every time. It's not going to be perfect like the old man in the suit design every time, so kudos to you, Patrick Totopoulos, for being ballsy, going for it, taking a risk, and making something that is, if you take out what people think Godzilla should be and just look at that design, it is a badass design. It's so cool.
Very Zack Snyder-y. Very
edgy. As I heard in the behind the scenes, they said they wanted a sexy Godzilla. It is a sexy Godzilla. It's muscular. It's got abs, But guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, it helps us out so much when you smash that like, you share this video. hit that notification bell. Corey's just blasting away. He wants to get us copyrighted. Thank you so much for watching. I'm your host, Ray, with Super Bro Corey. And don't forget to tune in weekly.
Same bat time.
Same bat channel. See you later, guys.
Thanks to the audience. Thanks, Josh, for joining us. It was fun. Thanks, everybody.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.